mentally?
I think so.
Okay.
Perhaps.
So we will start with a recap. So, bunch of fucking weirdos met up in the woods at a forge that belonged to one of said weirdos. One of the weirdos was followed by some wolves, was being chased down by them, and proceeded to fight said wolves, who appeared to be demonically possessed. Wolves were dealt with, food was had, more voodoo, demonic voodoo, because wolves got up and began laughing and cackling and gyrating, and it was really scary, and there was thunder and big shadows in the distance, and no good stuff.
No good stuff.
Everyone met Crunk, and then broke off to go to Redstone and speak with someone to do something. Not sure who. They just simply asked if you would deal with whatever this is because it's scary. That was the request of the Fae. So upon arriving, having to deal with a rather difficult guard, as they can be sometimes at the front gate, getting some information from the library that may or may not prove useful, we shall see. Got some useful... What would I really call it? It was an interesting interaction between an educated bugbear and a guy who has some secrets. Umbra trying to get this very old amulet from this guy who got a small mission of his own, and Roman just simply healing from mortal wounds to his very soul from a witch doctor.
I got like a Robodoba special.
Speaking of... Oh yeah, that's right, never mind. That's not a question I have, because I just answered it. So we will start, because I don't remember where we left off. We will start with...
The Barb Devil.
We will start with Crow. And you've just realized, because of a good roll, what it is that you are hunting, question mark.
The only thing I know is a name.
As far as you know it's a Barb Devil. Now you're sitting in the library, quiet place of reading and knowledge, and you just know this. This is how things are now. Extremely uncomfortable in a library.
Is there anything else besides just the name Barbed Devil?
The information that you find on them, with further research and stuff, of course, would take you more time in the library.
Yeah.
You do find that some information on like what they're like in terms of anything dealing with them, and it mostly just amounts to that they're extremely difficult to deal with, and they're very scary, and they like to kill things. They like to kill a lot of things because killing things, and that's the reason. Because that is what they do.
Okay, so it's a giant thing with a bunch of spikes all over that likes to kill other things.
Yeah, they're spiky and barbed, and because like you kind of got an idea from the like what their barbs are like, because you guys found some of them, but
yeah.
But I mean, beyond that, it just some basic sketches that are in the actual book. It looks to be maybe like a sketch from someone's journal that was donated to be part of this information, this public information.
Well, in that case, it doesn't seem like there's anything else useful that I could probably gain from this library, or at least there's nothing that I could think of. So with that in mind, I just leave and try to find the other two.
Oh, I forgot something. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on. I have gifts. I have gifts. I have little gifts. Gifts.
No.
Sorry, I have a canker sore on my lip, so I sound funny sometimes. I have a really, really big one, I should specify. Okay, first thing. Where is it? Okay, so this is gonna be like, well, we already have this map. Okay, so this is just specifically a continental map of this continent. And then there's also a separate world map now, because everything was getting so small, and I can only make things so small on the map that it was screwing everything up. So now there are 2 separate entities for everything. So each continent has its own map, and then there's a world map. So here is the world map. And the other thing that I was very excited about, the map of Redstone.
Ooh.
The city that you are in. Where did the thing go? There it is. I forgot all about that. Okay. Yes, this is Redstone. Welcome to Redstone.
Hey.
Even though you've already been here for a little bit. So the Maramon Library up there in the top left, you can see is where this is where you are, Skull, Crow. And then Umbra, you were at what was the name of the shop? Crow, but nope, that was forgetting the shop names. And it was Vatron's Interest, I believe is the name of the shop, which don't remember which section of the city that is. I think that's down in the West Crams. And Roman is not far. He's a little bit to the come on, Brain, northwest of you, kind of upper by the Maramon district. That's kind of where everybody is laid out currently. So Crow, thoughts crossing through your mind and new information. What would you like to do? Or do you have anything
share the
more
information.
you would like to?
Nothing, not really. Just want to share the information with the other 2 since they got to deal with this crap too.
Okay, so popping out of the library to go find the other 2. Try and potentially meet up.
Yeah.
I will say the first one you'll probably run into is Roman, so we'll pick up with Roman, somewhere in the middle of the Maramon district. Roman, how you feeling? You feeling better after that weird potion? Or weird, not potion, it was
Herbs and spices.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
herbs and spices. Poultices and
quote-unquote
herbs.
treatment.
Yeah, your basic treatment of wounds. How are you feeling?
I mean, let's see, how am I feeling? On a scale of 1 to 20, I'm feeling about a 16, so pretty damn good. I am sitting, I guess, let's see, where am I exactly?
I'd say, let's see. Oh, I can do that. That's cool. Sorry. Trying to move things around for myself. I'd say you're around just above the M. There's a little red building. I'd say in the brown building just to the left of it at the top, above it.
Oh.
There's a
Nice
little red
looking
building
building.
above the M. And then there's a little brown building to the top left of it. Right there.
Guess I'm just, sitting outside. I'm writing, and I've got a little book on me about what I've learned for my glyphs and stuff. I'm writing, like, healing and how I can possibly, put that into something. It's like, why haven't I thought of this sooner? Well, healing seems like something everyone needs. So after I'm done writing in my book, stick it back in my pocket, and then he's gonna write on the back of his hand. He's gonna start carving in runes for healing.
On your shield?
Nope, right on my left hand.
Right on your left hand. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I am going to write that down really quick because that is important. So, glyph of healing. You said right on his left hand. Sorry, I was like unraveling inner confusion on that statement as I was writing it down. I was like, no, that's not what he said. Yeah, it is. No, it isn't.
I am carving a tattoo on the back of my left hand. That is exactly what I said.
I'm gonna not write that word for word because that's gonna confuse me. Because I'm already confusing myself.
Tattoo on hand.
Like word for word is not conducive to notes. If anyone was curious about that. Okay, so carving that in, and a strange skeleton. I mean, a friend of yours that you've recently met now approaches.
Probably comes out of nowhere as I'm too busy writing on the back of my hand. And then just look up skeleton, just like scratches himself, doesn't carve the tattoo, but scratches himself like, dang man, you gotta make more noise when you come around me. You're like, yeah, I didn't just make a green line on my... Nope, that looks fine.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're alright at least.
I mean,
in any case,
I'm definitely not spitting blood every time I talk.
we need to find our third companion. There's something important that I found out.
Where did he run off to again? Can't for the life of me remember.
I have no idea.
I don't think he really said anything to you guys. I think he just kind of dropped Roman off at Garobadoba's.
I did tell him I was going to go somewhere.
Oh, did you? I don't remember. It's been a minute.
He said that he was gonna go somewhere, but he didn't say where.
Yeah, I said I was going somewhere.
So they don't know where, but they do know you're gone. Okay.
Well, can I see the redstone from where I'm sitting? Is it that big?
Oh yeah, like maybe not directly, but like you can see maybe a bit of glow. I would say like hard glow, but like you can see the different, like slight atmospheric change over that area, kind of in that direction.
So he looks over, he points to the glows like, well, we can either go over to where the redstone is, or check out the markets. Needing any fill-in on anything?
What the hell is the redstone anyway? This
The
is the first thing that
I
I
know,
say.
I could not tell you, but it is a giant red stone that just sits in the middle of this town.
I'll say, Roman, since you're traveled a little bit, this is without a roll. I'll say you at least know that, like, you know, passing rumors that people bring up, you know, in conversations like, yeah, you ever been to Redstone before? No, but I've heard about that stone. The thing that people, like, trade off usually is like, yeah, I heard it fell from the sky a long ass time ago, and then they built a city around it. That's kind of the common knowledge.
From what I've heard, that there redstone could be a star from the sky, because it just fell down and crashed. And they were just like, that is neat. And then they just started building.
Huh.
I don't know what it does, but it glows.
I wonder
Weird.
if a piece of it would count as a magical artifact.
Count as a shiny rock. What you want to do, Crow? Check out some markets, or just sit and wait by the redstone, see if Umbra comes rolling around.
Don't worry, he's totally not stealing a piece of that crystal.
What's the plan?
Either we can go to the market or espionage.
I'm just kidding.
We are going to.
I guess me and Roman are just sitting here waiting, staring at this stone, not knowing what the hell it is.
Yeah, we're just
So you're
sitting
gonna go
by the
over and look at the stone then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go up and there it is. You find, of course, without much difficulty, the redstone. The first thing you notice is, of course, the 4 spires around it. They're not quite like just ornamental. They have a bit of use. You can see like there's stair sets. They're not like huge guard towers or anything, but they're observational platforms that get you just up above it so you can see over the top of it and look into it and stuff. I will say the first 2 things you notice is, number 1, it's red and it's like crystalline. I would say the image for the city is slightly deceiving because it is just one big stone. That's the only thing I couldn't portray properly, is that it is just one solid stone. There is not, there are some barbs and pieces that stick out, of course. The second thing you notice is that it is on fire in spots.
I was about to say, this thing is just lit ablaze right in
Yeah,
the middle.
it's not like the whole thing, but like there's certain spots. Sometimes those spots go out and another spot ignites. It just is random. It seems to have no rhyme or reason. Just it is on fire sometimes in spots, and sometimes it's on fire in others. But you see lots of what look to be like mage robe students studying it. You see people who look like scholars and philosophers and just all kinds of different people on benches and things. Some people just passing through that want to look at the redstone because I've never seen it. What do you guys want to do?
Like Roman's gonna join the crowd of people studying it, and he's just gonna like start sketching it in his book. Just like this, haven't got a good look at it before.
Yeah, it's. I will say, like, seeing it for your first time is jarring a little bit. It's a little weird. It's what do I compare it to? It's like the first time you ever saw an image of the gate to the underworld, that place in Russia. Like the first time you ever looked at that and you go, wow, that's a real place. That's fucking scary. It's kind of like that. It's just like, he's like, yeah, the redstone. Let's go look at that. That sounds like a fun time. Then you get there and you go, oh my god, I'll never be the same. This is a visual experience.
That's a redstone.
That's a ray of stone.
While the stone seems and sounds intriguing, there are more important things to attend to, like finding Umbra.
Yep. I will say, as Crow says that, and you guys start to get up to wander off and go look for your other companion again. Roman, how familiar are you with important figures in Restfjord?
In Restfjord?
Mm-hmm. Specifically, important figures and leaders inside of the Adventurers Guild.
I would assume he probably would have met him at least once or twice, because he does like put runes on their stuff and like the tattoos whenever someone needs it, because they'll have to come back and he'll scratch them out again. So yeah, I'd assume he's met a few of the leaders, mostly more of the underlings, so he's probably seen like higher ups once or twice.
A medium-sized orc man with a rather ornate spear walks past you.
He's fucking Roman stops dead in his tracks, like, oh my god. And then he's gonna.
I will say he's coming from the south up towards the castles up there. Up towards the obsidian towers and stuff.
He's going towards it or from?
Yeah,
it?
he's going towards the obsidian towers. He's like walking around the redstone at the moment. He does not look happy.
Didn't Crunk tell me I was called to the towers? Was that the specific place?
I don't remember exactly what Crunk said. I think the message that Crunk basically was trying to portray is like, they don't know who you should speak to because they're not humans. Just go find someone and like figure out what's going on.
Big guy with ornate spear. I must follow him.
So Crow and Roman. This is Roman, of course, recognizing this. This is who walks past you as you get up to leave the redstone.
Yeah, and I ask Roman what's wrong because I notice his weird expression and obvious yelp.
That's Lagvon Rainspear.
And he like
out here in
perks
Redstone.
up for a second and turns around, like that aggravated posture that you're slightly familiar with. He just like kind of drops and he turns around. Yes, who spoke?
Lagvon. Roman from the Glyph shop.
The Glyph boy. How are ya?
I'm doing
he
just
wanders
fine.
back over.
I'm doing fine, sir. On a quest to find out what these are. He shows him one of the little spikes that he kept on him from that monster. You ever seen anything like this?
No. What is it?
some kind of porcupine-looking beast, fucked up.
You gotta like look. You
couple
gotta like
trolls.
makes a face, and he's like, "Must be a fucking big porcupine if it gave out one of those."
It was, and then it was. I don't know. We never got to see it, but I got thrown into a tree from the things it killed. So that was one reason I came here. I kind of.
What did it kill? What did you find?
Ogres or trolls? I can't remember, but
Ogres.
I don't know. Yeah,
How many?
4.
Jesus. Or gods. That's quite the kill by whatever the fuck that thing came from.
Yeah,
Scary.
we're gonna have to find it and I guess put it down. Kind of just. I don't know. I got healed. My buddy over here studied up on it. Oh, Crow, by the way, did you ever find out what it is we're looking for?
I imagine Crow, just to slight interject, I feel like Crow is just like standing away, just like holding his hood over his face, just like, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Like, that's the mental image I have right now. It's he's like fanboying and Crow's just like, please don't look.
The antisocial person meets their friend IRL.
Just kind of looking away at an angle so the hood hides my face. Just sitting
Oh
here
yeah,
like,
of course.
there was a name of a giant barbed creature. The name was
His eyebrow goes up when you say
devil.
that. Oh.
Well,
It's massive.
This
big enough to
creature's
destroy this
been a
whole
problem
city.
for quite some time. Hmm.
that's
Have you
all
been
we've got on-
contracted to find this?
Not yet, but we're. I guess we're gonna try to let people know, or find out all the information we can.
Be careful. This thing's been causing terror wherever it goes. Killed a few people just outside of Fort Luna a few days ago. We hear it's been stomping around this side of the woods recently. In the last day. I'm not entirely sure where it's at, but could be quite the problem if it comes this way. Do not look forward to dealing with that. Well, that's a pinch. Well, find me if you need anything. I'm quite busy at the moment, but he's like kind of in thought right now, thinking very deeply about this. Like, what could this mean? What is this? What's going on? He says, oh, I have a new title now. I'm now a part of a special council of leaders. It's called the War Minds. A few of us old boys get together and, tell people how stupid their strategies are in the war and all that. That's basically all we do.
Anyone? Is it just you from Resfjord? Or anyone else we met?
There's
might
some
know?
others, I'm not technically supposed to say other than myself, but there's
Well,
a few of us. A couple of people you might know.
Well, if they're from Resfjord, I'm sure you'll have the perfect strategies since y'all go on all those adventures. This normally ain't my kind of thing, but hey, I figured I got to deal with it since I was one of the people who saw it.
Proved our worth a couple of times already. I know Edgar has. He's been busy as hell. He's never stopped. Not since that crazy crusade he went on a couple years ago. But, yes, be careful. Come find me if you need anything.
You
And
too. Like one, sir.
Kind of tips his head at you, Crow, and then turns and walks away. Looking like with hand on chin, looking a bit befuddled as he does, just thinking, walking a little bit slower than before. Clearly, you have taken his mind off of whatever business he was probably dealing with.
That's Roman for you. I'll distract you from the main objective.
Umbro, which direction are you heading from your little business visit to Vatron's interest?
Oh, Oh, I've been standing on top of the crystal staring down at everybody for the past 5 minutes.
What?
This is already here, just chilling.
I've just been sitting up
That
there.
bastard.
Just looks up like, what the fuck are you doing?
I point him out to Roman. Yeah, I'm just like that bastard, and then point him out
Say,
to Roman.
the moment of cool is like sets in for a second, and then about 10 seconds
Does
into
anyone
the cool
else
moment,
notice?
the crystal lights on fire under your left foot, just like in a little spot. It just kind of makes it a little bit awkward for. Oh shit! Fuck. Foot's on fire a little bit. Oh gosh. But all right.
He lit his foot on fire.
Everyone is back together. What would you like to do? It is, I'll have to retcon the timeline of, leaving the forest and then coming here. I will say it's been another day would have passed, definitely, and it is like
Okay.
the end of that next day. We're close because you were at the library for a while and letting that poultice and herb set in, and also, doing the rune for yourself.
And I was busy.
Roman, that would have taken a minute.
10
As
minutes
well as,
exactly, surprisingly.
As well as your little visit to the other side of town for Umbra. What would you all like to do here in this evening time in the city of Redstone?
I suggest, before we get to talking about anything, I suggest that we simply go to an inn or something of the sort. Since you two seem freaking tired.
No.
No one saw me climb a crystal.
You hear Scholar like from over on the other side of like one of the little ponds. He goes, "I saw it. It was cool. It was really cool. I sketched it.
Thanks, man. I'll do it next week.
I sketched it for you if you want it." And he like
I sketched it for you.
kind of like slumps back down to Awkward Town and just like starts sketching again.
Look at that, you got your first fan, Umbra.
Wouldn't be the first time. I had a lot of fans in the Fey Forest, not for the reasons you would expect.
Bad fans.
Okay, so what part of town are we gonna head for to go to an inn? You can kind of go anywhere, to be honest. It's just I figured I'd ask to see where you guys want to go.
What is not too expensive that it is like we're wasting gold, but not so cheap that we have to sleep with our weapon in hand.
So you want middle of the road, not
The solid all-around area.
you want the lowers. The wall
Lowers?
district, yeah, the wall district is going to be the most expensive for sure because it's just outside of the business, and need I say more? The Maramon district is.
It's sketchy.
If anybody wants to roll a spout lore, I'll give you something on the Maramons, but the West Crams are the area you don't want to
What do
go
I
to
have
because
roll for that?
I feel like I,
spout lore would be your intelligence, so 2d6 plus intelligence.
Okay, I'll try.
I'll try too. Might as well.
See if anybody knows about the Maramons or maybe something you picked up while you were here.
I got 7.
Okay.
I got
I was
a
born
9.
like yesterday, so I wouldn't know anything.
I got a 9.
Oh, nice. Okay, so something interesting but not useful. So the Maramons are, I'll say, being partial successes. This is shit that you've picked up, like just walking around and like hearing people talk as you pass them. They're pieces of shit. They're trying to essentially buy the city of Redstone by buying up districts and investing in businesses and just blowing through money to try and own everything that they can in order to just, as I said, essentially buy the city of Redstone.
Trying to control the place through money.
You have a question, you said?
Take over the mafia.
Take over the mafia. Okay, so we're just wandering about looking for an inn over in the lowers, correct? Is that our plan? There's also the gate district is not too bad either. It's just, pretty neutral.
See, Gate District might be flooded with people. 'Cause they have
Yeah,
to walk
that would
through
be the
there
one
to
that's
get to.
busy, but not like super high end.
Go to the lowers then.
To the lowers.
Yeah.
All right.
I figured people would avoid it because even to me, thinking about it, I was like, it's cheap because it's called the lowers. But then
I'll keep it
I was
simple.
about to say.
Maramon's
simple.
a shit
Big-
district.
Wait.
Big
hold on a
inn or
second.
little inn? Just to throw some more details at you. Big inn or little inn? What do you think?
That's an oxymoron.
They're all gigantic. They're all enormous. Big as your imagination.
Uh,
I don't know.
here's the real question: what's the difference?
I mean, that's
Yes.
fair. Big can be filled with people and you might catch attention. Little might be a little more inconspicuous and less people, more
Let's do it.
seedy locals that don't want, also don't want to be seen.
Let's do little in then.
That's true, but I would figure that a smaller one would also be more prone to mishaps since there are less people.
True. They can be,
um,
but not necessarily.
yeah.
It just depends. Just depends.
Crow, you want to be seen or hidden? I feel like little.
So I feel like this is kind of like now that I point out the details, I feel like this is a little bit more important than I realized. Because like one of you is a skeleton, one of you like is trying to be and stay covered, and the other is just trying to look out for the other two.
is a half elf as well, just wandering about.
Yeah, just a half elf with a shield, trying to make sure, or without a shield currently, but half elf with a new tattoo, looking for an inn.
We found the original.
I guess a
Captain
smaller
America
one.
And go for a smaller
I
one.
think a smaller one. Yeah.
Latin Arcanesia, don't forget it.
news. Captain Arcanesia.
I feel like that's technically Edgar, though. I feel like Edgar's Captain Arcanesia at the
No,
moment.
yeah, you got me. He's a, I guess
No shield, but I feel like he kind of has that by the throat.
he has a shield. He just puts it mostly on his back, or his shield is his arm. I don't know.
Okay, how about just
He has a
look at
shield.
each
It's
map.
called Gods. Multiple of them because he's a paladin
Like-
and he can do that.
My faith is my shield.
All right, so small inn. You find a place. Let's see. Does somebody want to try and come up with a name? This is where we play real Dungeon World. Here is you guys can come up with the name of the inn if you want,
The little big
and I will add it to my book that I have open right here. That is meant for the world.
Little big inn.
The Little Big Inn.
The Biggie Smalls.
Little Big Inn. I like that actually.
Little big.
That is the best oxymoron.
How about since
Okay,
it's an
we'll begin
inn
at
and
the
it
Little
definitely
Big Inn.
has a restaurant and places to sleep? How about something like Little Big Bed or Little Big Room?
The Little Big Rest.
A Little Big Rest. Perfect.
Little big bed and breakfast.
The Little Bit. I was thinking just like, yeah, it might not have all you can eat breakfast, but
Let's say this place
You
probably
won't
wouldn't be quite so luxurious, but yeah, Little Big Rest. I like that.
There'd be a few rats there, but you'd be fine.
bro, that's just the appetizer. What you talking about?
No, the rats are elegant.
All right, the Little Big Rest is
The
canon.
rats are patrons.
The rats are patrons. They actually pay to live there.
Yeah, give me a sec. Someone's knocking on my door.
Yep.
Imagine the rats are the ones running the mafia.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The literal underworld because they're in the sewers.
Exactly. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. And they're in the sewer.
On the day of my daughter's wedding. Ice them.
They're actually as small as the dude in the chair from Zootopia too.
Added detail on people around the Redstone while he's gone for a second. You did notice there was just like quick, more details. There were some people that had like toolkits of some kind, that like nondescript toolkits that were just over at the crystal, like actually poking it and like doing things to it. Some people with wands, it looked like, and people doing magic to it. Just added detail of people that were around it while you were there.
I wanted to ask what they were doing.
Just screwing
with
with the stone.
Yeah, just poking at it, doing stuff to it, casting spells on it, seeing what happens. Nothing significant happened while you were there. maybe some guy cast like some kind of minor cantrip of some kind, and some flames shot straight up in the air. But other than that, it was like pretty lax, nothing crazy.
That's how Umbra's foot got on fire.
Okay, so you guys wandering through the lowers. I'll say you've been kind of just asking locals as you went, like, yeah, what's a good part of town to go to that isn't over here, pointing at the Maramon. The locals going, oh yeah, you don't want to go over there. Yeah, go down to the lowers, and you get pointed in this direction. You wander down. As you go from kind of the gate district area over into the lowers, you notice like the population does thin a little bit. It's less people coming into the city as it was, because there's a lot of refugees and a lot of people traveling away from the east currently. But you do eventually see the little hanging sign. Well, the little big hanging sign of the Little Big Rest. And as you wander down the street,
I can just imagine the sign having two parts, like hanging from each other. And the
crow.
The huge part says little, and the little part says big.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
A little
It is,
big, and then in is even smaller.
it is
It's a
It's a nice,
staircase of little
calm. It's a nice calm evening here in Redstone. You know, the sunset's quite beautiful. You can now kind of see the glow of the Redstone, like a bit more atmospheric off in the distance from where you have been up in the more northerly part of the city. But in this looking around and just kind of taking in the surroundings really quick before, you know, dropping back down, cover yourself with your hood, you spot a figure in an alley. Rather than seeming more comfortable or, you know, blending in, this character is just standing with hands in pockets, just kind of looking out at you guys from this, for lack of any better description, a dark alley.
Cool.
Kind of catty corner from the Little Big Rest, being on your left currently. Kind of see him over there standing in an alley. He looks to be wearing, at this distance, probably nondescript robes. What do you do?
Just some dude standing in. Is he standing by a building, or is he just like in the middle?
He's
of the street?
no, he's standing in the middle of an alley, like off to the side, but he's very visible. And he is 100% staring. Crow, you can notice that he's 100% staring at you guys.
See,
You guys see that, right?
Yeah, Roman's gonna like whispers like, "Yeah, that guy's staring at us. What do you want to do?"
I will say, as you get closer to, like, walking down the street, trying to seem like, I don't know, unsuspecting or whatever, as you go, he does take a very, very slow step or two further out into the street in your direction. Still looking.
The fuck?
I'd rather avoid trouble, but
Let's just keep walking. Let's see what happens.
I will DM it to yours, actually. Give me a second.
I just realized there's a thing that I forgot to do. Very, 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 very minor, but I just realized that I did not do that. One moment. No, he does not. Which is a bit intriguing, in a bad way.
I thought you guys should know. I'm not going to tell you how I checked, but he is
I would
not.
say it's almost obvious just from, like, just glancing.
He's not what?
I'll mention.
He's not armed. Though
I mean,
feel like something here isn't right.
And we're technically armed.
Well,
We could, if we need to fight, we could probably, how do you say, beat his ass? I think we can do it.
I speak up just enough for him to hear us. Is there something that you want with us?
God damn it.
and I said under my breath, hopefully not anything that would make me
As you guys approach up in his, you know, within range of him, quote unquote range, he kind of tips the hood up, looks over at you, and hood covering his eyes mostly. You can't really see, but you can see like his chin and his mouth and a little bit of his nose, and he hand in mouth, lets out a whistle, and it's pretty fucking quick that I'll compare it to, if everyone's seen Thor Ragnarok, it's Thor knocking on the door to go into Bleecker Street, and he's just suddenly inside. It's like that, and you guys are now behind this guy in the alley. And I will say opposite. So the end of the alley where the guy is standing, there's one character that turns the corner with him, and he just kind of turns around, hands still in pocket, the other guy hands in pocket. And on the other side of you guys, opposite, one drops down from the roof down onto the ground, and just kind of like one hand in pocket, just kind of leans on the wall. The other hand just kind of like this on his chest, just kind of like holding his shirt, just kind of looking at you guys. The other three, these other two characters that have appeared, they have masks on. You can't really see. They're very strange, like triangular cut lenses. And then there's two more further out, obviously not for use because they're not spiders. But the mask is very angular. Say it's the robes that they're wearing are white with red stripes. Everything about their robes and their masks and stuff seem very angular. It's like, so there's a top part of the cloak that comes down like this to an angle, and then there's stripes that come down it, and then there's another part of the robe that's sewn into a sort of angle down below that. It almost looks layered. It looks very cool. Red stripes down those as well.
This is completely not starting to sound like a race joke.
Do what?
What?
Just be quiet.
It was a dumb joke.
And each one of them, I will say, you do notice off pretty quick, is each one of them on the left side of their hood has a different marking in red. The guy with no mask his is just a line straight down, about thumb width, and then another one is like angular across it, and it's pretty simple. The other two have more slightly detailed. Looks like maybe they drew them themselves or something, and then the guy with no mask seems to be some kind of mark of rank, maybe, or some kind of stature. But yeah, you notice that right off. It's pretty obvious considering that they're wearing white and red robes. Yeah, so you got one guy leaning on the wall behind you, and the other two just kind of staring at you from the other end of the alley. What do you do?
I repeat my question. What do you all want with us?
He kind of clasps his hands together and looks at you, and he says, who are you? You guys aren't from around here, huh?
That obvious, huh?
Tourists.
He kind of shrugs and just... What's your business here?
What does it
Considering
matter
you come
to
in
you?
and you guys look, not armed, but more than useful than normal people do.
And what's it to you?
Depending on what you tell me is what I will tell you. And whether or not you may or may not meet with some people who may have some helpful words for you. Or we just open some portals, send you guys to a couple of different planes, and wander away and go on with our day. And he seems completely relaxed about that just fucking wide open, really scary threat. Just dropping you guys into some other plane. He's just just in a day's work.
I say this. I was told to meet somebody here. You wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you?
I'm not aware of that, but let's say that I am. Let's say that it's me or someone that I may or may not know. Are you guys on a job? Are you guys some kind of mercenaries? What are you? What's going on? Give me something. Give me something to chew on, and then we'll talk.
You ever hear of a barbed devil?
And there he goes.
His eyebrows go up, and he says, "Now we're talking. What the fuck are you talking about a barbed devil for?" Is my next question.
So,
Well, it's
well,
been causing a lot of trouble. I don't think we need to tell you much more than that, do we?
So I've heard. Okay, let's talk.
I was like, well, we're this far. Roman pulls out one of the spikes and
My
attacks
name,
with these things.
my name is Bax. You need it spelled as B-A-X. Not that complex. Well, my name is Bax, and we work for a little group of some people in an organization that exists, or maybe it doesn't. I won't tell you how widespread we are, and I won't tell you that we're based here, but I will tell you that you should probably speak with my boss. That was a very good answer. I think he'll want to talk to you. Definitely. And he kind of turns and like one hand in pocket, and he kind of just, does like a leading hand, just kind of like right this way.
Wait, can't you just teleport us there? You just threatened to do so. Okay.
That takes a little more coordination. Let's just walk. It's a little less conspicuous.
You
Fine.
just teleported us into the back of an alley in front of a lot of people. I think this is a little conspicuous.
It's amazing what people are willing to ignore if they don't know if they saw it. Especially when he kind of points at his robes and his people like us are around.
Regardless, let's just go.
So you guys gonna follow these weirdos?
Fuck it, let's go.
All right.
Might as well. I don't want to go to another plane.
I didn't want to sleep in an oxymoron.
And they,
Let's go.
They look. He looks back. Bax looks back at the hooded figure and the masked, helmeted figure, and says, "This little spot that you're going to, by the way, this little big rest, good spot if you're trying not to be seen. Notice the hood and not showing your face and all that. Figured I'd.
We were trying. Tell you that much. We were trying not to
Sorry,
be seen.
we're nosy people. This is what we do. Is be strange. It's kind of our business. There's not much else that we're very good at. It's just being strange and weird. My boss is good at everything else, but we just kind of, without work, he's kind of saying this as you guys are walking. He's like, without work, we just kind of, I don't know, I guess we just irritate people. Anyways, we'll say the walk took about, I'd say it took you about maybe 15 minutes. He took you northish, so anybody good in terms of directional and knowing based on what people have told you about the town, you'd be around the walled district. And he takes you up to kind of what I'm looking a bit more abandoned-esque on the south end of the walled district type of building. And he reaches up, and the door, there's boarded windows and stuff, and some of the windows are broken through with boards over and all that, and it does not look like it's in use. And you walk up to the door's got a board diagonally nailed in across it, and he reaches over and he says, don't tell anybody where we are. And he winks, and he opens the door, ducks under the board, and walks in.
Sure. Like the second person that said that to me today.
Come on, tablet. Wake up. There we go. Just reminding myself of something really quick. Okay. So he takes you in, and if you thought this was going to be some kind of secret hideout, it definitely is just a temporary spot. It's the first thing that you notice, because it's just people sitting around in chairs and lots of broken tables and chairs and stuff. It's nothing, obviously, is not permanent. And you see one guy with a large table, bags of coins, ledgers, and big books open, and he's working away. And I just realized, I just remembered, never mind. The first thing you notice is the pointed ears. A little bit more pointy than what you've noticed on Roman. He is an elf. And Bax kind of leads you in his direction. He says, hey boss, I found some people. They might be useful. They know about this little problem running around that isn't really our area, per se. He kind of like looks back at you and looks back at him. The elf just kind of same thing, hood down, eyes kind of covered by the hood, but more specifically because he's looked down at a table writing in one of these large books. And he said, if you've brought me more basic beat 'em up mercenaries with clubs and swords from the local pub, take them back. Don't need them. And he was writing. Bax kind of looks at him and he says, no, I just look at these guys. They're not local. They're not from here. He looks at you guys again. He goes, they're definitely not from here. He looks like specifically at the guy that is definitely like looks skinnier than skin and bones and goes, they're almost certainly not from around here. And the elf at the table kind of taps his pencil on the table next to his book and he goes, fine. Closes the book, slides it over, and one of the other people like picks it up and carries it off, grabs one of the bags of gold and takes it with him. He says, okay, I'll humor you. Looks up, and I just realized that I told you he has a hood up and you saw pointy ears, but we'll just say that you noticed maybe he had his head turned looking at something to the left or the right as you walked in, and that's how you noticed. We'll say that. Maybe it stuck out of the hood a bit. You noticed somehow. And he looks up at you, and what you see is a very soft-faced, hooded elf figure in the same similar type robes as everyone else. Although his hood, different from everyone else's, has just a small red dot, again about the width of your thumb, not that big, on the left side of his hood.
Okay.
He says, and what is it exactly that they're going to help me with? And he kind of like looks at you three, expecting like, rather than Bax kind of like backs up. He says, kind of like, Bax looks at you guys and points at this guy.
We heard you had a job, and we decided to listen to the information that you would have us do for this work, and we were also introduced to the idea of being thrown into another dimension.
We give our problems names here. Name the problem, so that I know I can trust you.
We're hunting a barbed devil.
There you go. We give our problems names here. We are more direct. We're not the Thieves Guild. We kind of looks down and he says, we're not the Thieves Guild. Anyways, so barbed devil. Yeah, he has been causing problems for a while. I sent a few of my guys to see what this disturbance was over in the northwest of here, up in the mountains, and they did not come back. So more rumors came in, and we found out what it was pretty quickly. Because again, we're not the Thieves Guild. We're quite educated here. Where are my manners? I am Neomar Telrenian. Our little operation here, he kind of smirks and says, little, it's quite broad, but we are called the Meiji Marauders. Or Meiji, whatever your pronunciation is, I don't care. Fact is, this thing is a problem. I want it dealt with. Now.
I've got some spikes if you want to study and observe it, see if you can find anything.
If you would part with one, I would like one for a collection, if you will. But
yeah, Roman reaches into his bag and just like pulls one out. He's kind of shaking it around like soldiers, and then he puts it down horizontally right in front of him.
And he, you see him kind of flick his hand and turn it, and it lifts up. You see it, and you kind of like, I'm guessing probably you're not around wizards or mages very often, but you see him do it, and you go, oh yeah, mage hand. He like mage hands it and kind of looks at it, and just kind of brushes his hand to the side, and then it floats off to the other side of the room into a little box that opens and closes. He goes, thank you. I will pay, but I do have a little bit more information. So, the Barb Devil isn't the actual problem. See where a lot of people are starting to find out about this thing. It is mostly a cover, a bit of a ruse for other things going on. There is a group that has been coming out of nowhere. We don't really know where. All we know is they've been coming out from around the mountains. Here on the more eastern side, up in the north, called the Laughing Knoll. As you would imagine, it's a bunch of gnolls. They're freaky fuckers anyways, let alone the fact that they do freaky shit, because they're the Laughing Knoll. We don't know what exactly it is they're doing, but they have been spotted on some occasions. Some of the scouts that have come back, and some ties to other people that we have, that, yeah, they're spotted sometimes near this Barb Devil, not too far. There have been a lot of otherworldly disturbances beyond just this Barb Devil. Problem is, shit is sideways, and we don't know why, other than the Laughing Knoll. It's a little unnerving. So what I will task you three with is, I know of this castle where they might be going. It's some unpronounceable name of Hunderbiri or something like that. I'm not a linguist. I speak common. I don't really know. The problem is we think they might be there. Maybe. So I will say, go there, see what you find, and then report back. If you will. You don't have to, but I would appreciate the information if you don't mind. As I said, I am willing to pay you guys for your services. What do you say?
Roman's gonna look at Crow and Umbra. Well, I'm down.
Pay me in 160 gold and a magical artifact of any kind, and I'm happy.
Okay.
I have no reason to refuse.
Sounds good. All right. Well, good luck. I don't really do conversation endings. I usually just kind of do this and people leave. Yeah, good luck. Ledger, I need work. Where is my stuff? And another person, like, slides one that was already on the table back over to him, and he, thank you, yes. Goes back into it, grabs another bag of gold, sets to the side, and says, don't touch that yet. Have this ready for you. And,
Wait.
does anybody
You'll still
know
be here, right?
a, like, old-timey, like, Sherlock Holmes time word for cops? I'm trying to think of, I have a word, but I can't think of it.
Bobbies.
Or if somebody wants to make up a word for law enforcement, if you will.
Clank.
Like, just like the pictures are coming, or whatever the fuck, I don't know.
The fuzz.
A fuzz.
I like the idea that it's a fantasy and fantasy adventure world, that they would be called the Furs.
The fur.
The fur's
my
coming.
God.
Look out for the fur. They're on their way.
Wait. What do they wear? Because it's obviously going to be like the
It's gotta
town
be-
guards. So
Yeah, kind of like how
What
the
type of-
redcoats are coming. Kind of like
Say,
this.
Yeah, what type
I'll
of
say what you've
uniforms do
seen
they
so
wear?
far is mostly
We just call them guards.
it's mostly skull, like what is it called? Skull caps, skull cap helmets, whatever the fuck they're called. The ones that are pretty tight around the head, but they don't really cover any of the face or anything. Cover the ears a little bit, and then they just like chainmail with spears and swords.
That would be officer, law enforcement. I don't know if we're thinking Sherlock Holmes times.
Call them the domes.
I'm trying to
I'd
remember
say
because there's
Kappa,
one
but
that
that one seems to
Inspectors.
trademark.
there's a specific word that I'm thinking of that one of them uses in the second Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. when he's fighting those guys in the alley. One of the guys calls out, and I don't remember what it was he was saying because that is the word I was going to use. The other word I can think of is maybe the clinks because of the armor.
The clinks.
The clinks.
Yeah.
Clankas.
I almost said that, and I was like, no, that's too close.
Beak runner. I'm looking them up. Beak runner, cannon shooter, elephant ears, fuzz.
Hey,
11 old-timey slang terms for
There's one that I'll throw in that's a current term for
Missy lice.
what the English call police. Sometimes they call them the Rozzers.
healers.
Huh.
That's the one I was trying to. That's the word. That's the one.
Healers.
Which one?
Perfect. That's the word I needed. Peelers.
I just looked up 1850s
Red
named cops,
bags,
and there's
scorpions.
peelers
Thank you.
and bobbies.
That's
Wires.
Peelers is the one I needed.
Slippery.
Back into it. So he calls out, for work and whatever, and he sets gold, says something to somebody. He begins writing in the book as you guys are turning to go and leave. And one guy runs in, of course, same robes as everybody else, different marking on the side of his hood, and he says, "Peelers!" and then heads for the back door, and then everybody, you see Neomar get up and he says, "Good luck, boys," and he does like a slight turn, like he's turning the corner into another room, and then he's gone. A couple of others of them do the same thing, like similar things, in that they just disappear from sight. Some others jump out of just windows on the back of the house thing.
In reaction, I run
What the fuck is a peeler?
upstairs.
Why are we running?
Wait,
The hell's going
in
on?
reaction, I run upstairs because I don't know where any of them are, so I'm going up and out a window.
All right.
I'm gonna
Crow's going
follow
up.
Crow.
Following
That's
Crow?
this is the
Umber.
best course of action.
Umber's following as well.
jail.
Okay, so everybody
If I
runs
get
upstairs.
arrested,
You run up, and there is you get up there, and it's more of like a loft space rather than really a full-on room. But on the far end of the room, you do see there's a clear hole in the floor, and you over on the other side you see what looks to be stairs that go up into some sort of towerish type structure on the front of this building.
I wish I could see outside.
I'll say there is one of the weird shutter things that you can see out a little bit, and you at a glance you kind of see the peelers, quote unquote, running in.
Is there a way to get onto the roof?
I could
That's
throw you up
I was
there.
gonna ask that.
There might be.
Yeah, you could throw us up there from inside, definitely.
I'll
Hey,
say
punch a hole in.
the first two routes that would come to your mind in this room, since of course I can't make the image in my brain on your brains. I will say the stairwell, when you come up to the left, you're standing in the middle of this building, facing across it. To the left is the tower at the front of the building. To your right is the other end of the room that has a hole in the floor, kind of. And then on one side, in front of you, there's the weird shutter window thing, and then there's another one behind you, also. The first two thoughts that you guys have is, can't do this one because if we kick that one out, they'll see it, and then we'll know we're on the roof. If we do this one, we can get out there, but we're not entirely sure if we could actually get on the roof. The next option is go up in the tower and jump from the top of the tower out of a window onto the roof.
I could just punch a hole in the roof.
I was thinking the same thing. Just
that's why I thought of it. I was like, hey, I could do it.
double
punching
choice on
things
the roof.
always works.
Fine then.
Is that the
Fine,
plan?
just punch a hole in the ceiling and then throw us up, and then you're stuck down there. Bye bye. No, I'm just kidding.
I know what to do.
You can pick them up.
So-
I hold that, you have the hands uppies, and then we pick them up.
No, well, what was your name? The half. Sorry,
Roman?
Roman. I look at Roman and I say, hold out your shield above your head.
I don't have my shield on me.
Ah, unfortunate. Because I could have thrown you through the roof.
Difficult guards.
Okay,
If you
difficult
can still
A
do that, I
guards.
can hold out my hand.
That could work. Actually, you know what? I look at the ceiling, and I. Oh shoot! Okay, what is the ceiling made of?
Just wood. This isn't like a
Ah,
particularly fancy building, but it's just kind of wooden.
it would work, but it'd be okay. Screw it. I use lightning to blow a hole in the ceiling.
Okay, shit.
Oh, wait. Too late.
I say you said what you caught me before I said anything. So what are you thinking? Because this will make noise.
I was gonna say,
I
wait,
will
don't
clarify.
make so much noise.
There you go. That will make a lot of noise. Punching a hole in the roof on its own will make a lot of noise.
Well, we're gonna make a lot of noise anyway, and this is quicker, so we might as well do it. Plus, it'll set fire to the building, which will also cause a distraction for us to get out.
They are
That's
pouring
not a-
in, so make a decision quickly. You can hear them stomping around, like kind of flipping tables and looking around, make sure they grab everything. Obviously, everything that the Meiji Marauders meant to take with them, or whatever wasn't important, is clearly left behind, and they're definitely digging through whatever's in there right now.
I say we run up the stairs, or you either punch a hole into it now. Pick one.
Okay. Punches a hole in it.
Oh,
In the side or the top? Which direction are we
top.
going? In the top? Okay.
In the top. In the top.
So we're gonna do in this
I'm
weird,
a
like...
parkour master, so yes, top.
Okay, so, yeah, I'd say with a little help from Roman, he'd be able to, like, toss you up, and you'd be able to grab one of the beams and, just punch your way out through the top. Roman, why don't you give me a Defy Danger Strength to toss him up?
oh boy. I at least have +1 on that.
If that doesn't work, I could just toss it up.
And we'll see how this goes. 2d6 plus Strength.
I got a 9 total.
Got a 9.
Or 8.
Okay, so you're able to toss him up high enough that he can, Umber, you can grab the beam, but you'll have to punch the roof yourself. He couldn't quite get you up high enough that, like, with the momentum to punch out. So you will also have to roll a Defy Danger Strength.
Defy danger strength. Oh, right.
2d6 plus Strength.
Or was it? Just 2d6 plus strength. Okay.
Yep.
That's
I rolled an 8.
Oh.
I got a 1 and a 5, and then my strength modifier.
So,
I got the 1, I was-
you do
We are
punch a
8
hole,
mates.
and I'll say, compared to the noise that all these soldiers are making downstairs, they don't immediately notice the sound. However, the problem presented is your grip on the beam loosens and you fall after you punch the hole. Now you'll have to find a way to get up to the hole to get out.
Is there any furniture in this area we're in?
There's like a broken chair, a chair that is at first glance mostly assembled, and then like a table with one side of the legs missing.
Okay, if I throw you both up there, could you make a ladder to pull me up?
You have a rope, don't you? Give me it and throw us up, and I'll lead it down so we can pull you up.
That's a good idea. And he's lighter. so it'd
I
be
hand
easier
him
to
the
throw.
rope, and actually my armor's light. It's not heavy. Regardless though, I grab Roman because he's heavier.
Yeah, I'm wearing scale mail, so.
Me too. All right, do I roll strength for that?
So you're trying to throw Roman up into the beams again?
I'm trying to throw him through the hole entirely.
Okay. Defy Danger Strength. We'll see how this goes.
Don't miss the hole.
Okay, hold on. I roll an 11. I blow that man through the hole.
Oh yeah, he goes straight up through, and you land flat on your feet, Roman.
Woo, yo, and
What now?
fucking poop right on my feet.
Alright,
like a
and then
cat.
I gotta, like a cat. And then I gotta grab, of course, Crow. Okay, here's another dice roll.
Go for it.
I rolled a 7.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's
hell
enough.
no.
I think he was unexpectedly light, and
And I
Your
tossed
grip.
him farther than intended.
well, I was gonna say I think your grip slips a bit, and Crow, you go up, but you have to like grab the edge of the roof on the outside because he didn't seem to get quite the power he meant to behind it.
Can I pull him up?
Oh yeah, you can grab him and pull him up, but it makes a little bit of noise of some of the shingles on the roof falling and sliding down, hitting the ground down below.
Oh crap, he was lighter than I expected.
You hear some hitting the ground down below.
Crap.
So shit.
As soon as I get
Where-
my footing, I undo the rope and throw part of it down so that Umbra can reach it, so we
I'll
can
hold
pull him
on.
up.
I'll hold on to the rope too, so that we got another, more strength on holding the rope and pull him up.
I climbed the rope with acrobatic speed.
Yeah, no problem. You throw the rope down. Kind of all working together here. There's not really much of a roll. It's some rope and a guy is climbing it, and some dudes are holding it. It's not hard math. He climbs up, and you guys are now all on the roof. And you hear some of the guards down below go, "Hey, what was that up there? Did you hear that? You two go check out of the upstairs. See what's going on."
Quick, pull up the rope.
All right, you are on the roof. Now what?
Assassin's Creed running across the rooftops.
Yes, let's do it.
I was going to say,
Assassin's
is
Creed
there
was-
a nearby building that we can jump to, or no?
Yeah, there's
I've been
definitely.
I've been
a
studying
couple
the
of them.
map, and I'm pretty sure we can run across the buildings to the corner of the wall, and then we just keep running on the rest, and then just.
What
Get
would
on the
be
ground.
funny is if someone screwed up a roll here and then fell through a roof.
Let's see.
Let's find out.
Watch him end up being.
I'm trying to think of how to do this.
We're in the fuck around
Who's
stage right
leading
now.
the way?
I am the acrobat. I shall lead.
You're gonna take up the lead. All right. Who is just behind him?
I'll be in the middle, I guess.
Okay. Umbra, roll Defy Danger Dexterity,
Fighting
and
dexterity. So
if you
Fuck.
want to aid him, you can. Roman.
I'm rolling dexterity and a d6, 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6 plus dexterity, and Roman's gonna roll an aid if he wants to.
I'll wait until see what he gets, because I have -1 dexterity.
I got 10.
So, got 10?
I'm 1 in dexterity and I rolled a 9.
Thank God.
Okay. Yeah. So his acrobatics and his ability to leap from building to building seems to pay off, and you guys can kind of easily follow what he's doing and jump from building to building. And you're getting a little bit of distance between you and those guys. Somebody will have to do something else of some kind of use in order to cover you guys to get completely away and successfully escape being arrested by the Rozzers.
I
Appeal
turn
is-
around and I carefully shoot a bolt at the building we came out of to set it on fire to cause a distraction.
Oh. All right. I will
I got
say this isn't this one, because this would be beyond your range, but I'll say it would be able to arc that far.
Makes sense.
Roll. I will treat this as a ranged move. Roll 2d6 plus dexterity.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This isn't going to be a full-on volley, but this will be just Defy Danger Dex.
I roll a 7.
In taking your posture to throw this bolt over to the building, it strikes and it does catch fire on one of the corners, and they begin to scramble and run in and go for their guys. But as you throw the bolt, you lose your footing a bit and begin to slide down the side of the building.
Can I? Could I
I
try
go
to?
and catch him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we try to grab him or something?
I
as he's
have
falling?
technically an innate ability to catch myself on the side of the wall.
Which
but-
one of you wants to roll, and which one wants to aid?
Well, what stat are we rolling?
Is it
This would also be Dex, yeah. Lot
What's
of
your
Dex
man?
rolls in this game.
Okay, wait. So if I catch the catch the wall,
well then it should
'cause
probably
An
be
8
me,
is your
since my
bonds
dex
with
is
that
not
person.
bad.
yours knows why I can do this. But
What's that?
could I catch? Can I stop myself by holding against the wall to climb back up? And if so, what would I roll for that?
Well, if you're just sliding, I can easily
gonna
just
say,
catch you.
let's-
That'd be easier than
let's
waiting
see
for you
if,
to climb back up.
So you haven't slid all the way down yet, and they have an opportunity to catch you that they're trying to take. So let's see where this goes first. If they fail, we'll see what happens there.
No. Okay.
What's your dex, Skull?
+1.
Okay, you should do it because I have -1.
I have +1 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's roll the Defy Danger Dexterity, and then see if Roman needs to aid or not.
Yeah, I'll aid.
Defy danger. Which one is it? Which dice?
2d6, always 2d6.
All right. That's a 9.
Okay.
Ooh.
Maybe I can try to aid, make it a 10.
Yeah, throw an aid. 2d6 plus bond with that character.
Okay, I have 1 bond, so that just makes
Ooh,
0.
that's handy.
Fuck me. I got a 5.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I am sweating, and I like try to help, and I just slip or something.
He falls to the roof.
Oh
I'll
god.
say, this is how I'll, since we're getting a lot of partial successes and they're kind of stacking up a little bit, I'll say what happens is not quite what you guys intend. You both grab a hand and try to pull him back up, but instead of him coming back up towards you guys,
We're going down.
I'll say the 3 of you are all now going down, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You just might take a little bit of damage on the way down. You guys want to try and prevent falling and hurting yourselves somehow.
Okay,
Do you think you can?
Hold on. Before we fall,
Mm-hmm.
can I have Mushi come out of my rib cage and try and grab onto me and help?
Let's see if Mushi can make the move.
Can your pet Gax save us from falling to the ground?
Possibly.
So this
Grabs
would
onto
be-
the little part of my cloak that sticks out and pulls.
Let's go, Mushy. Let's go.
Ferocity would be the stat for Mushi for his strength, I guess. So roll Defy Danger Strength, except convert Strength to Ferocity for Mushi.
Is he ferocious?
Okay, so that's 2d6s.
And then add his Ferocity to see if he can, like,
That's
muscle down
14.
and catch you guys. Jesus Christ.
Bitch,
what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mushi catches you guys and slows you. What I'll say happens is you guys go over, and I'll say Mushi comes out and like kind of grabs the wall, and you all like chain link each other slow, and then come down to a nice soft landing on the ground.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's
I
a
will
damn
say-
strong pet you got there.
That is a chase sequence. Well done. You guys are out.
Great gelatinous friend of yours.
Your slime could kick my ass. That's. Okay.
What
It
would you
just
like to do?
smiles at-
Good, Mushy. What's
Mushi?
what's next?
I give Mushi a treat for my rations. Good lord.
Mushi
And then he hides
appreciates
back in my
that.
ribcage.
I will also offer a treat, like as a more of like, yeah, I don't mind sacrificing my food if it means we get to keep him around. He'll be stronger.
So the disturbing image of Roman shoving his hand into Crow's ribcage to hand a slime something. And then as you walk along, there's you notice from Crow there's coming a slight bubbling, popping sound, and then you forget that that's how Mushi communicates. After you realize that it's not Crow shitting himself, because he can't do that.
Hero Forge is about to add a 2-person minifigure thing, so when that happens and it's public, I'm
Ooh.
going to make Roman shoving his hand in the crow's ribcage.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, so what's the plan?
What's next, boys?
Let's go back.
I will say the sun has gone down by now, though. Like in the last couple of minutes, it's officially gone down completely, and it's now getting dark.
Let's go sleep in an oxymoron.
To the little big rest it is.
is there anything you guys want? Do you guys want to sit and drink, or are you just gonna go in, pay for rooms, go to bed? What's the plan?
I don't drink.
So you do walk down the street from the opposite end this time, and you come up to the little big sign that does signal to, on the sign, the Little Big Rest. And you walk in, and it is exactly as you expected. It is seedy, and there's a guy in the corner with a really big bushy mustache and an eye patch, and there's another guy at the counter talking to the person holding it down at the moment. What do you guys want to do?
Looks like a mighty respectable group of people.
Let us get a room. I am.
What a refined establishment you
tired.
have here.
Oh, quite a refined establishment. Another!
My word, this fine establishment is absolutely fucking busting.
Okay, so rooms in bed, or does anyone have other plans?
Crow
Roman's
just sits
tired.
here like, what a dreary place. The only one who looks at it cynically.
The one who is literally dead is the only one who sees the problem.
Roman's too tired, man. He's like, must sleep.
He sees through Pyro's goggles.
Which to my night music.
All the red flags just look like flags if you wear rose-tinted glasses.
Okay, so let's say it's 2 gold to get, how many rooms are you guys trying to get?
How many beds are in a room?
I don't need a
Some of them
bed.
have
I'll
2,
just
some of them have 1.
Shut off in the corner.
I guess we could just, Crow, do you need a bed? I'm curious.
no.
Are you-
I just need a place to put down these bones. That's like it.
He just literally drops
I-
into a pile of bones. He doesn't even sit down.
I don't think it's possible for me to be comfortable.
He needs to sit.
Oh.
He needs to have somewhere to at least sit down and go into low battery rest mode.
They crumble like the dry bones in Mario?
The screen will shut off every
Yeah,
10
yeah.
seconds.
Like Ghosts and Ghosts, he-
Yeah, I was gonna say you hear like the old Microsoft Windows shutting down noise.
Okay, so
Alright, I
I'll
guess
say
we
like
get
2 gold gets you guys a room.
room with
and,
2 beds. Sounds fine. Sounds good to me.
So
Oh.
hey, you
Don't
go
worry.
up. The room is just as seedy as it was downstairs. The beds are
Hell
not
yeah.
immaculate, but they are beds with blankets and pillows. Nice shift from the last couple days of travel. Would anyone
Roman,
like to do anything before bed?
I'm gonna try to test my new room, my new tattoo, see if it works.
Ooh. Who are you gonna use it on?
Who is the
Oh.
most damaged? I have missing just 4 HP.
I'm missing, like,
nothing.
I say I don't
7.
think anybody should be missing any, to be honest. Because it's been, but I mean, it's fine if you do. It's whatever. It'll get healed anyways.
well, you said that it
I think
took a
it'll only.
whole day, so technically we would have rested.
Yeah, you would
so-
have rested again. That's why I mentioned that. Because you would have rested, but it's like you're gonna heal it tonight anyways here in a second. So. But
Yeah.
basically, it's just like, who are you gonna use it on? No.
I think it would only work on me since it's on my body. I mean,
Ooh.
unless that's how it worked. That's why that's why he does. He has a tattoo business, and so he can,
Yeah.
give other people glyphs. Otherwise, it
That
only
makes
works
sense.
for unless it's like on a weapon, and then you can
Yeah.
that anyone can use the weapon. But if it's
That
on
makes sense
yourself,
to me.
it only works on you.
Try and give yourself
I-
a little pick me up, see if it works.
Caught me off. All right, yeah. So I guess it is
I say
activated.
I'm not entirely
Trigger this-
certain.
Trigger this on rune with a command on it with a thought, and it's instant, which means it just happens.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna look at my hand.
So
I'm gonna
this
just
doesn't
think-
trigger the rune magic. I'm just checking because I haven't actually read your playbook very much. It doesn't trigger rune magic or whatever, does it? Rune magic is the move that you write the rune, correct?
Yeah, you choose a rune, choose how it activates, and then whether it's instant or ongoing. Instant means that it just happens. Ongoing means it happens, keeps happening, trigger it again, then it stops.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So
And it's activated. So and it's activated with a thought. So I'm just gonna think heal.
did we talk about how much healing it would be? Because I remember we talked about this briefly.
It's my damage dice.
Your damage die. Okay, cool. So roll your damage die, which is
Yeah, straight
what is your damage die? D6.
D8.
Oh, D8. Oh, nice.
I'm a rune warrior.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You have that one thing that makes your damage die go up on. That's cool.
All right, let's find
Okay.
out how much I get healed. A whopping 6.
Oh, nice. So 6 healing.
Intriguing.
Yeah, you guys see. How do you heal yourself this way, Roman? What does it look like as you do this?
So you just see the rune light up, glow, and then you just start seeing like little cuts and scrapes on me just start like mending back together.
Are you like making a fist, or do you put your hand on your chest, or how are you posturing for this to give
I
us
just
like
have
the
my-
full image?
Like I was just had my hand out looking at it, and then I thought heal, and then my hand's just out in front of me. Rune glows, and then everything's just like going back together.
What color does it glow?
This rune is green.
Why did I have
Oh, I was thinking green myself. I see. All right.
a-
Great minds think alike. So you guys see a little bit of a green glow come from over the other side of the room. Now you see Roman, cuts and scrapes start to heal up a little bit, and he looks a bit healthier.
Interesting.
Would anyone else like to do anything before bed?
It's a good thing you can heal yourself, because trust me, you don't want me to do it.
Yeah, I just needed to sleep comfortably. I felt like I was a giant blister. Oh. Well, not felt. Roman just instantly throws the blanket over and just goes to sleep. He's just out.
I think Roman's pretty fucking tired from like the last couple of days. Not that anything happened yesterday, but the day before was quite exhausting. So Roman rolls over and you
The
immediately
only thing
hear.
that I do is just.
He's sleeping, and then skeleton crow just collapse.
No. Before I turn into a pile of bones, I let Mushi out so that he can get comfortable on his own.
Mushi goes over to. You see him just kind of like roll over to the middle of the room, stop, and the equivalent of like looking to the left and looking to the right, and he just kind of rolls under Roman's bed.
I
then he
knew
just
you
kinda-
were gonna say that.
And so he just kind of disappears back there. Then you hear like some crow. What you understand is like he's very comfortable and enjoying the noise. You just hear like a little bit of bubbling from underneath Roman's bed.
We are a noise machine.
Any other bedtime chores? If we are all done getting ready for bed, we will go into the rest. I guess no one's taking a watch, huh? Or are we?
I mean, I don't know if we need to.
I say that's not a threat.
we?
It's totally up to you. If you feel like you're in that much danger, you can. If you're not, don't. It's whatever. We'll go on to the next thing.
I mean, I don't think there's any reason for us to be in danger. As far as I can tell, anyway.
Okay.
Maybe I take a quick glance outside before anything happens, just in case. But
Nothing
other
out of
than
the
that, I
ordinary.
think we
Just
should be fine.
It's still early in the evening, so there's no one that's quite mega hammered yet. It's mostly just people like kind of hanging out in the street a little bit in front of the tavern. It looks like maybe a few more people, not tavern, but the inn. It seems like maybe a few more people turned out to come in and get a drink or two at their choice spot.
So, did everyone go to bed? Right.
Roman is currently asleep. Crow is looking outside.
Okay.
Anything else? Just popping off to sleep now, or well, I guess not really sleep. Crow and switching into temporarily off mode.
Goes to sleep mode.
Screen locks.
Screen
It's
locked.
blue screen of death.
Shit, fucking low battery mode, man. Come on.
Oh, battery
Not the
mode.
blue screen.
Umbra, what do you want to do?
I wait for everyone to sleep.
It seems pretty quiet in the room. You don't hear Mushi, you don't hear Crow. Crow seems to be quote unquote out for him. Roman there's no question about it. What would you like to do?
I sneak out the window and walk the streets.
All right, I'll say. Are you trying to do anything specific?
I'm mostly wandering because of a specific
Just kind of look.
thing.
Okay.
Well, not something he has to do, but something just related to him that's specific.
Just kind of looking around, then, just kind of wandering the city.
Pretty much.
Okay, so roll Discern Realities. I'll give you Discern Realities and just kind of give you a question or two. I'll toss you a freebie.
Okay, Discern Realities. What do I roll for that?
So 2d6 plus Wisdom.
Oh.
On mixed success, so 7 to 9, you get 1 question. 10 plus, you get 3.
I rolled a 5.
Ooh, mark experience for that.
Alright.
You don't seem to really notice anything. It's just a quiet, calm night down here in what is known as the Lowers. If that is all, we can now move on. Crow.
Yeah.
You feel a little strange as you sit down to go rest. Not strange that it's alarming, but just minorly, like, I don't know, maybe you need to like wiggle your shoulder and pop it, that kind of feeling. You just feel like slightly off. Maybe you stretch a little bit before sleep. Kind of that sort of weird feeling. Of course, you're a skeleton, so you don't really have this issue. You just feel a little off. You sit down and you think nothing of it. And you sit and you begin to kind of just fade out and rest and just kind of zone out into whatever space you go into as you rest. And everything kind of slowly fades out. And then you wake up from this dream. Remembering where you are, you go, oh yeah, shit, that's right. You kind of get up off of your bedroll, kind of rub your head a little bit. You look over and Leland's sitting on his bed, and his brother's like punching at him, like, "Come on, man, get up, let's go. They're ready for us. They're waiting." And Leland looks over at you and says, "Crow, you ready?" What do you
Yeah.
do? He
Yeah,
picks
with
up,
a question mark? Like, I'm completely confused, but I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah, I'd say, so what you're feeling right now is, this is real. You just woke up from, a pretty vivid dream of being a skeleton and running around with these guys doing weird shit. And, but now it's back to work. You're back to chasing down these imps that have been bothering the area and these villages nearby, down here in the Hetland. And, this is your Ranger Corps. Just, going about doing your work. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing out of place. Yeah, if you're following Leland, he picks up a quiver and throws it over his shoulder, heads out front, Laszlo following him close by. These two are brothers. You know very well because they are relatively close and they spar a lot and they piss each other off often. So yeah, they lead you out into the yard and in front of this building, this kind of makeshift building that you guys were in to be a place to rest for you guys that the villagers here in this little village put together. Not really a named village, it's just like a small farming village that you guys are stationed in for like this past couple of days, looking out for this problem with the imps burning down villages around in the area. It's been going on for a little bit. It's been pretty rough. It started about a month ago. And the ranger captain is standing there and you would know him as Captain Gerard. He says, I see you're all done sleeping then, huh? We've got some work to do. We had a sighting last night nearby in the woods. We're going to go and walk out in that direction, see if we can't find anything. And he kind of looks at you and says, Christoph, you feeling okay? And then you kind of have like that weird moment of like, what? Who is that?
That's all I managed to stammer. to stammer out is just,
So now you've got this weird hole in your memory. You're like, who the hell is Christoph? It's kind of like, I'd say that'd be the kind of thought that goes through your head.
Christoph, sir?
That's your name, son? Christoph Rowe, that's your name.
Oh my.
Right.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just I had a weird dream.
And then there's a flash, and the dream immediately teleports into the village all around you, burning, and Leland's on the ground, and Laszlo's over him, just like, get up, come on, you fucker! You can't die on me now! And you see Gerard off further away in the distance, not moving on the ground. Buildings are on fire and villagers are running. And then it just flashes to smolders, and you look at your hands and they're just bones. And then you look up and you see the face of the mage person that was in the floor of the hut that you woke up in. Very cat-like features. No idea what their name is or who they are, but they look very, very familiar. And then you wake up and it's the morning.
Just
Hetland.
I'd let that settle for a second. I know that's quite a lot to just kind of, for you specifically, but for everyone to just have a bucket dumped on your head of like, oh shit. Yeah, so that.
The thing that lingers in my head is Hetland.
What do you mean? I was walking in the streets all night, Ed.
Yeah, everybody comes to consciousness. For the rest, take equal to half of your maximum health added to your health. I'm sure that puts everybody back at full. What is the plan?
Do they got breakfast at the Little Big?
You go down in the what race is the guy behind the counter running the morning shift here at the Little Big Rest?
It's an ogre.
It's an ogre. All right, it's an intelligent ogre.
I was gonna say a gnome.
I was thinking orc. I don't know. They're all over the place here.
No, I'm imagining. I don't know if anyone's...
I'm gonna throw one at you. The guy behind the counter making food and stuff is half ogre, half orc. Obviously, it's not hard to tell.
He's
And the guy serving.
I'm just remembering something from Zelda: An Ocarina of Time. At the very beginning, there's a little shop, and the shop owner is super short because they're still technically a kid, and they're trying to jump up so that their head stays over the desk, over the counter. That's what I had in my head.
So the female half orc, half ogre is cooking behind the counter there on like a
female
kind of a cheap stove, and there is a gnome, dirty brown hair, and of course is gnome height, serving tables, running around as fast as he can, serving shit up to the 3 or 4 customers that are just super booming business here in the morning.
Dude, you know this fucking food's about to go hard.
And as you guys come down and sit down at the table, he runs over and he says, "Yeah, what do you have? We got all kinds of stuff. What do you want? You want some eggs? Some eggs and bacon? I mean, not much else really.
I want that.
Biscuits, toast,
eggs, bacon, biscuit.
Biscuits.
1 plate with a bunch of shit on it. Or separate
Yes.
plates.
Separate plate.
Gotcha.
Just-
And he
we order
bolts.
so much instead of a plate, they just give us an entire table.
And then he bolts and goes and tells the she ogre orc your order.
The Uruk.
The Uruk.
The order-
The
Imagine him
O'Rourke.
looking like a super mutant from freaking Fallout, but it's a chick.
If you don't have anything you guys want to do while you wait on the food comes. It is the quality of a place called the Little Big Rest in the Lowers. It is food that is edible. It is not disgusting, but it is not immaculate. It is not 5 star. It is definitely like 1.5 star. If you had to compare it to other establishments that are meant for food.
Just Crow just eats a couple of biscuits and gives one underneath just slips one into his clothes and gives it to Mushi.
The ogre from the ogre orc from behind the counter says, "That'll be 3 gold, 1 apiece for the males."
Roman
And it just
will
kind of
pull out-
stares blankly with like one lazy eye.
Oh god.
You know I ain't got no cash.
You ain't got no cash? What about you, Umber?
I was born like 2 days ago. I woke up like 2 days ago with no memory. I don't know. I don't have nothing.
He coughs on some bacon, trying not to laugh, seeing her eye, and then he says, "How much is that?"
3.
Uh,
Drools a little bit on her chin.
I put the 3 on gold on the table and I say, "Thank you, ma'am."
I'll pull out an extra one and be like,
Thank you for
and
your patronage. Turns around
and
and goes back to cooking.
yeah, I gave her an extra one for the tip.
She didn't notice.
Fuck.
I take the piece of gold
She just-
put
she
on
just
the counter and I put it in my pocket.
She just did not notice.
What the hell ever.
All right.
That will be mine.
So when we walk after we walk out, I say, "Where did that elf tell us to go again?"
Hundurbiri.
I believe
Hun. Here, I'll spell it out for you guys. Hundurbiri. For anyone familiar with like very old, I think the equivalent would be Undercommon or the language of the Dark Elves. You would know that means tall one. But if no one knows that language, then forget you heard anything.
Too late.
I didn't even bother writing it down. That's how in character I am.
I say, if you want to determine whether or not you know Undercommon, I guess roll 2d6 plus nothing. If you roll a 10 plus, then sure.
Oh, cool. I'm curious, actually.
So you don't even have to tell me. I don't care.
I'm just looking for the place on the map. That's
It's just like minor background.
Every time I read Ezza on the map, I want to say Urza because it's my cat's name.
Um,
God.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Where we going?
so he directed. Sorry, I'm being messaged. So there's a castle that he mentioned that is to the south of here, following along the forest a bit. To a place called Hundurbiri. What's the plan?
It's called
Hundaberry. Let's go to Hundaberry. Find this castle and take out some gnolls.
Yeah, let's go. Shall we?
So I'm assuming we go back out the gate, get all our crap from these stupid guards, and then we just head out on our way.
Yeah.
Unless Eurus, you wants to put an obstacle in the path?
Well, that was...
Would this be tabletop if I didn't?
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
if you have-
it would be tabletop if you didn't.
So is there no other business that you want to do before you leave? Just checking. I'm not like trying to remind you of anything, but like, if there's nothing else you want to do, we'll just skip ahead to the gate and dealing with the difficult guard with your stuff.
I can't think of anything.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Just making sure. Okay. You head to the front gate, and you deal with the difficult guard, and he kind of squints at you all, and he says, "Glad to see you're leaving." And he hands you your stuff, no problem. And he says,
That was
Appreciate it.
That was the most backhanded thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's all I said was I appreciate it.
And he slaps Crow on the shoulder and says, "Thanks for coming. Visit again." And then he goes back to
I
like
hope I won't.
dealing with the people that are coming in. And
Did anyone else hear sarcasm in this one?
he turns back to the people and begins dealing with them again. And as you turn and you go in through the open gate to the inside of the city, and you enter the sort of tunnel thing that leads to the front gate out of the city. While you're inside the tunnel, you hear and then you see the guards, including the guy that you just spoke to, perk up and just kind of like look around for a second. And he looks.
Roman.
You see him run out of the tunnel and look up to the wall. And he kind of does like hands up motion, like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, Roman stops, like, "Y'all hear something?"
And you hear like indiscernible yelling down to him, and his eyes go huge and his eyebrows go up, and it's "What's happening?" And he goes, "Oh shit!" And he runs over to you three. He goes, "If you don't want to fight, you should go back in." And he draws his sword and runs out towards the front gate. And people you hear
Wait,
shouting and screaming and panicking.
What the fuck is going on?
Fighting! Let's do it!
Oh, fuck no. Oh, yeah,
What do you do?
Shit. I'm gonna charge shield first out behind Umbra, I guess. Like, son of a bitch. God damn piece of shit. God bless you.
First and foremost, first and foremost, we need to find out what the heck is going on.
I get to punch something!
Please don't be fucking
What do
30 feet tall.
Okay.
Be 40 feet tall!
Don't be another
it
ogre.
is? We're probably gonna get bodied, but who
So
cares?
you guys exit the front gate of the city, and coming out into the clearing, it opens up, and you see lots and lots of people in wagons, and you're trying to get through them and clear out into the direction where the sound is coming from, and it hasn't stopped yet. You're still hearing, and it's not changing. It's definitely not footsteps at this point. But nonetheless, and as you clear the crowd, the two of you that do have hair, it stands up on end, taller than you could have imagined.
What, do I just get a chill down my spine?
No, your slime shivers.
Your
I'll
slime
say-
shivers.
I will say, Mushi, with the little bit of vision he does have out of you, he does begin to bubble and quiver slightly inside your chest.
Oh.
Did you actually make the... Oh my god. Cream.
Because what you see before you is exactly the thing that you just read about, which is not what you wanted to see this morning.
Oh.
It's a giant,
Let's kill it!
12-foot tall
Get him, Bobbies!
blue monster, known commonly as a barbed devil. I had
Alright, how do we do this?
Fake or it
tense.
didn't happen.
I had an image.
I want
if
to
can
see.
find
I want to see what this thing looks like.
it. Give me a moment to see if I saved it. I think I did. I thought I did.
It is a 12-foot buffed, ripped Shadow the Hedgehog. Am I
There
wrong?
it is.
Oh my god.
No, it looks like the bio lizard.
The
bio
why
lizard
would
is
you
funny.
think? Oh my god, the bio lizard.
Give me just a second. Discord is being difficult. Where'd it go? Oh, come on. There we go. This is what you see. For stream, I will pull it over. Yeah, so that is what you see. That's the wrong... Oops. Sent that to my wife.
I didn't see it.
Oh, she's gotta be like, what the hell?
Definitely.
Can't you just remove it before she sees it?
Yeah.
Just to make her go crazy, like what? I could've
Oh
sworn.
my god.
And
Ooh.
okay, after he sees it, Umbra turns to his right and he says, "I apologize in advance, but you, guy with the shield whose name I keep forgetting, aim for the weak spot.
What's his weak spot?
You already know."
Okay. I throw my shield right at his junk, I guess.
Okay. Give me just a second. All right, so you're gonna throw your shield.
Yes.
Umbra, what is your plan?
This time, my plan is I aid him and I electrify the shield with the lightning.
Oh.
Oh.
Bro, what is your plan?
I aim for the eye with an arrow.
We're about to
Narrow.
fry
I
this.
guess we
man's
could call
junk.
this. We could call this called shot, and like, I'm calling a headshot. I guess.
I'm also calling
Shield is
headshot.
dodge too. There's
Okay.
just like
Um,
it's triple the damage.
do we want to take a quick, like, couple-minute break to go pee before we do a combat? Does anybody need to get a drink, go to the bathroom? Just a
I'm gonna
quick
get a-
break.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Okay.
Shit's about to get intense.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
Yeah. All right then.
Hey,
I exist again.
He be here. All right.
Oh, bro,
His
you missed a
return.
giant.
I will now
comedy
change
skit.
the music officially to the battle music.
Dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. I can just think of the
Okay.
Skyrim battle music.
I have plenty of that in here too. I will need that, and I will need these. And that is all.
Let's
Okay.
go battle music.
Battle music. Okay. All right. So I will tell you, for those that can't see, the area that you're fighting in is to the right of the front gate, kind of in that area between the little fort there and the wall. The Barb Devil appears to have been like savagely punching the wall. And you see barbs up closer to the top, where he was probably throwing barbs at the soldiers up there on the top of the wall. And they are shooting down arrows, and they are doing things to try and fight this thing.
Meanwhile, we're targeting his garage.
Meanwhile, he's gonna get nutted really hard.
Oh.
So much work.
All right, so for the first movement in this movement, Roman, you will roll, if my brain gives me words, volley.
And I was electrifying his shield too, so what do I roll?
Yeah, just hang on, we'll get to that.
Alright.
That's 2d6
Plus dex.
Yeah, cool. I really need to +1 my dex, because -1 does not help me. Alright, here we go. I got a 9.
Oh, nice. Okay, so choose a condition.
I guess I'll have to move to get the shot, because we're running towards it, I guess.
Yeah, so to throw it in order to kind of throw the shield at the weight, at the strength that you need to, as well as to get the magic to work properly, which I will explain in a second of how it will work, and explaining and how it will actually deal damage to this thing, considering it is a giant barbed creature. You have to run closer to it, into a range in which you feel that you might be in range of something. Best way I can put it. Yeah, so you definitely have to move a little bit closer to it and to chunk the shield in the way that you want to. Umbra, as he's reeling back to throw it, you electrify it. We will call that quick thinking, or what? We'll call this acting fast. Defy danger dex. Because this isn't really an intelligence thing per se.
I rolled an 8.
An 8. Okay. I will say... Yeah, you electrify the shield and he throws it accordingly. But you two also have to take part of his 7 to 9 on the volley. And you also have to move to, quote-unquote, move to get the shot. So you kind of have to follow up behind him as he throws it. So you two are in range of the barbed devil.
The barbed crotch.
Roman, roll your damage. Plus... This would not be full damage, so roll your damage plus a d6, I'll say.
Damage plus a d6. Alright, cool.
Yeah, I'll give you a d6 on that.
Roll them both.
That's it's a pretty coordinated move that we just took.
Alright, cool. I rolled a 6 total.
6 total, alright.
The electricity did more damage than what I did.
6. Hold on, I'm doing math. Okay. In return, he does... Five with 3 piercing. Roman and Umbra, roll a d6 and tell me who rolls higher. So just like both of you tell me what you roll. Just 1d6.
I have 3.
I got a 1.
Roman, you are taking this 3 piercing damage hit. It is 5 damage total, and it goes, I'm guessing, right through your armor.
I have 3 armor, so how
Yep.
much damage am I taking?
Just straight 5.
Oh yeah, piercing.
Why am I getting quiet? Oh, I know what's happening. My thing is coming loose. That's weird. Just doing that on its own. Yeah.
Ew.
Little bit of, so you get a couple of barbs to like the stomach area. Nothing, no mortal wounds yet, but it did not feel good. So Crow is doing a called shot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Where did it go? Called shot.
Well, could the rules be a little different since he's kind of a giant?
In what such way?
Like let's say I aim for the eye, and if I land the roll, then he simply can't see out of one side of his face. Out of
We will see what the roll says, because I'll let you do a called shot with a roll. Wait, no, you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it works. Never mind. I'm forgetting. I always forget how this works. Yeah. So roll plus dex,
Yeah.
and then tell me what you roll.
8.
8. Okay, sometimes this move is a little confusing. Okay, so they do nothing but stand still and drool for a few moments. Okay. So what I was going to do is if you rolled max, if you rolled 12 plus, I was going to give it to you. But I'll say you aim for the eye, obviously. And this thing is quick and not quite. It's not a wolf. It's not anything else that you guys have faced yet. Being this weird sort of new life that you have, this is not anything like what you've faced so far. He's a little quicker than you expected, and he kind of ducks, and it hits just in the eyebrow, and it kind of like dazes him for a second. He puts his hand up, and he just he kind of like stumbles backwards a bit. And as you guys throw out these initial moves at this barbed devil, out from behind the fort, just out of view, comes like what looks to be, for lack of any other group of people word, I'd say it's like a raid. It looks like a raid party. It's a bunch of gnolls with swords and axes and spears and banners and stuff coming around from behind this fort and running over towards the crowd of people that are trying to get into the city.
Oh no.
For my next thing, what is your reaction to this? Do you want to actually do anything, or are you kind of in a shit situation where you just kind of can't really do anything about that at the moment?
What the fuck are we supposed to do about that?
Well, first, is anyone dealing with that, or are they not?
There are some soldiers out here. I mean, the one guy came out with you.
Yeah,
And there are soldiers around, and there's ones shooting. There's some on the wall shooting their bows and such.
Which is the worst threat? Do you think?
So that's up to you. That's for you to decide.
Here.
So there are some soldiers there that are trying to prepare for what.
Look. When, no matter which one we look at, the other one's gonna screw with the village and with the city, and then so either way we're screwed.
Yeah.
Do we take out the big guy who could probably eat a house, or do we take out the little guys who could, I don't know, eat a house in smaller chunks?
I guess we should probably stick to the barbed devil, since he could cause potentially more damage, and he was our original target anyway. So.
So are we sticking with the barbed devil
that,
for
I
now?
don't know.
I guess let's stick with the barbed devil, because
Could you guys distract the barbed devil? I have a plan to help the knights over there.
yeah, I
It
guess
should work quickly.
distract is about the only thing we can do. All right.
Okay, so I know Umbra, you're facing towards the crowd of people in the direction that the gnolls are running, right? So you're facing towards the people going into the city.
Yes.
Okay, Crow, which direction are you facing? Towards the barbed devil, so away from the people, or towards the people?
Yeah. I'm still looking at the barbed devil because
Okay.
this thing can kill us in one go.
So Umbra, what you see is you're running to go and help the defenseless citizens of Arcanesia running into Redstone for refuge. You see one green hooded and cloaked figure run out and draw a sword that does not look like the soldiers around, and another figure come running out that looks a little weird. It takes note for specifically you for very specific reasons that we will get into soon. But in the moment, it kind of takes you by shock. You don't really have time to think much of it at the moment, but you do take note of certain details of what you can spot under the hood. But he's wearing like a blue cloak, brown leather, kind of not really like a hardcore armor, but just, you know, traveling gear, looks to be. And the shape begins to pull out what you think is a sword. It's a sword. It's a sword. No, it's not. It's round, and it has a weird thing on the front of it.
Very specific.
Yes. So, yeah, two weird figures emerge from the crowd and begin walking towards these gnolls, or light jogging and sort of going to fight them in advance. We will come back around to this in just a moment. Roman and Crow. Barb Devil, what are you doing?
Row shield.
All right. Throwing the shielding.
shield.
Okay.
I getting near that thing. Fuck.
So while I'll explain as how I thought that this will make sense, the shield will do damage to this being so big, is when you throw it, I'm thinking that the gravity rune kind of senses that, like, the way it would work is it increases the force that it is moving. It does a little bit of science as it travels. It increases the force of the gravity of the throw, while simultaneously it's doing that because it is increasing its gravitational, like, weight. So it's essentially getting heavier as it gets closer and hits whatever it is supposed to hit. That's why it does the damage that it does. Otherwise, it would just be like, ow, a shield hit me. This is what I'm thinking in my head is why it hurts so much when you throw the shield at people.
Gravity glyphs will be going to work. It's increasing speed and making it heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Right. To you, it travels at the same speed, but to it, because science, it travels faster and it is heavier.
Because of magic.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
So while he's doing this, Crow, what is the thing you're gonna do? Go ahead and roll it, by the way.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
XP.
Oh, nice.
I got a 5.
All right, that's some nice XP. You throw the shield, and as it approaches the Barb Devil, an eerie smile creeps across its face as it grabs the shield out of the air and then looks at it and just throws it into the ground next to it.
Oh, cool.
As the tail whips around in front of it and throws some barbs at you.
Oh, cool.
Dealing 4 damage, 3 piercing. So, straight through your armor. Just 4 straight damage.
What's his health looking like?
He took a hit from that first one, but he's looking okay at the moment.
Took 5 damage. I took 4 damage, and 3 of it is piercing.
Yeah, it just means it goes through your armor. There's no addition to it. It just goes through. So if you have 3 armor, it just plain goes through.
You take the full damage. That's what he's saying. You take the full.
Yeah, you just take full damage. There's nothing to subtract. Crow, what are you doing?
All right. I use Called Shot again, but I use it on the legs.
Oh, you're going for the legs. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know how that works with a giant, but
go ahead and roll it.
Yeah.
This is smart because it is about to just pounce on Roman after throwing some barbs at him.
That is
Father help.
Wait. That's a roll plus dexterity. Dex, yeah. I think that's a 10.
Ooh, a 10. So roll your damage, and he is hobbled and slow moving. So roll your damage die, which is I don't even remember what it is. D8.
Okay. That's a 4.
All right.
Wait, isn't that plus strength?
What, your damage? Is just your damage is just your damage.
The raw roll?
Yeah, it's just the
raw
roll.
roll. Okay.
Damage is on its own.
I can remember.
So you said 4 total?
Yeah.
Okay. I shouldn't say total because that is confusing. That's considering what we just said. Okay, so 4 minus that is math. Okay.
It must have been a good shot, like got right underneath the kneecap.
Yeah, it hits him in the knee and he kind of goes down on one knee for a second and he gets back up. And kind of limping starts heading back over towards Roman again. But he doesn't quite get there because of your called shot. Umbra. In defense of this crowd, you make it just over about even with these 2 figures that came emerging out of the crowd. And the Knolls are headed this way. What do you do?
Is anyone capable of dousing them in water? If so, I'd be able to take them out in a matter of seconds.
It says, the blue hooded figure says, "Do you have any water on you? I don't. Is there a water tower nearby?
We might be able to lead them to the river nearby.
I like that. I like that thinking. Let's move. And begins running. This character, actually, not this character. The green cloaked figure with the sword out begins to just bolt towards them. What do you do? Because the blue hooded figure begins to follow him after a few seconds. Because he kind of scratches his head and goes, And he goes, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. And begins running behind him. He says, come along, friend. They are headed for the people.
Well, I never turned down a good fight. I make sure my gauntlet's on and tight, and I run towards the crowd.
All right. So, what are you going to do? Because you do, like, what he's pointing out is that they are trying to go for the people, clearly. That's their obvious goal, considering that they're not stopping off the two fighting the devil, and they don't seem particularly interested in you. So they're trying to run towards them to try and attract their attention. I will ask, yeah, that's what we'll do. So I will ask, we'll treat this as like a getting their attention sequence. What are you going to do to try and get the attention of all these gnolls coming out? These 20 or 30 or so gnolls.
I throw racist jokes at them about I infuriate
You fucking dog people.
I infuriate them.
Oh god.
I
Filthy
infuriate
mutts.
distraction.
I'm going to
And
do
then
something.
because I have I can roll interrogation with strength, so it works.
Oh shit.
Wait, what is interrogation again? I remember that you got this, but I don't remember what it does.
Yes, okay, interrogation. Let me look at my moves in the playbook.
I'm gonna look it up too. I'm curious.
Interrogator.
Interrogator.
When you parlay using threats of violence.
Oh, you're not parlaying them. You're just threatening
not
them.
Strength. Okay. Well, basically, when I parlay, I can use strength as a charisma. Dang it. Well, I'm threatening.
What I'm going to do something for me though, that may still benefit you. So we will see. Math. Okay, yeah, they definitely follow that. Yeah, they're stupid. They hear this and they see you and they all go, "Hey, fuck you!" and they start running at you. So they are now following you, the green cloaked figure, and the blue cloaked figure, as you run back around, basically the direction that they came from, towards the river.
Come fight me, you old wimps!
Okay, so that having been
Are they
done,
really behind this barbed devil? Like I see that out of the corner of my eye, and I just say it out loud. Are they really the ones behind this barbed devil?
I don't know. If the barbed devil started insulting me, I'd probably be a might mad.
all right,
I might not chase him.
Roman,
Oh,
what is
we'll
your
be able
next move that you would like to take against this barbed devil?
Oh, come here, shield. And
call the
chuck
shield
it
back to
again.
you.
One more time. Third time's a charm to...
Give me that volley.
I did it the first time, but this third time at least. I got a 4.
Oh, the experience.
Oh, the experience is real. This game.
I'm racking up these games, bro.
This time, as you try to call it back to you, he just grabs it and says, throws the shield at you.
Oh,
For 4 damage, but no piercing this time because he threw your shield and not one of his barbs.
okay, so alright, I can use my armor, yes. I can
Yes,
take
so,
1 damage.
Yeah, so you only take 1, but it does, like, knock you on your ass because he's really big. Crow, what would you like to do?
Shoot him.
Shoot him.
This man says, shoot him.
Shoot 'em for the birds.
Give me a second. I don't have any of this other crap, huh?
Shoot this devil. I got the bow right here.
Hey. I guess the only thing I can do is just shoot him again.
Called shot or regular shot?
Well. I think I want to do a called shot and try the eye again.
Okay. Roll it up.
I don't have anything better to do.
Yeah, let's roll it up. Let's see what happens.
Oh my. That's
Uh-oh.
a 5.
Oh, mark XP. Yeah.
There's XP going around today, boys.
There's some XP going around the table.
Range doesn't work on this guy. Not
So, yeah,
anymore.
You loose the arrow and
He has the power of unlocked.
he seems to have regained his balance on his knee that you weakened, and in a somewhat DBZ style, he, with alarming speed, appears in front of you and just kind of punches you and sends you flying backwards for
Where have I felt this pain before?
6 damage, and his fists are definitely barbed also, so it's the same damage. It's still piercing. He's got barbs all over, so pretty much anything that he hits you with that's on himself or with barbs is going to be piercing. Yeah, it's 6 damage, 3 piercing.
Question
He just kind of shreds through whatever he hits.
Or do they just do
Umbra. Alright, we are in this sort of reverse chase, reverse, unreversed chase sequence. We're gonna do like a 2-move thing. I'm gonna have you roll Defy Danger Dex to see if you can sprint quickly enough to get over to the river with your pals, your new friends. Knoll's in tow. Defy Danger Dex first.
So 2d1, d6s, and then...
Yeah, 2d6s plus your dexterity.
I roll an 8.
Okay.
Finally, somebody who can fucking not get their shit kicked in.
Dude,
It's,
I rolled a 2. I was afraid.
It's a little rough, but you managed to get there. Trying to think of what the 7 and 9 would be on this. I'll hang on to that for a second. Yeah, we'll say you managed to get to the river with your new friends. What would you like to do now? Are you sticking to the get them soaked and then shock them plan, or what's the?
Pretty much.
Okay. So you get to the river, and this blue cloaked figure takes this weird rod thing that he pulled out, and the weird piece on the front, he takes it and he slams it down into the palm of his hand, hitting the weird thing sticking out of the front, and you realize it's just a really big tuning fork. And when he hits it into his hand, that thing hits the rod itself, and it lets out kind of this low, not really a hum, very, very tuning fork-esque, kind of a high-pitched sound. But it lets out this sort of ringing, and he reaches out with his other hand, and he moves it, and a bunch of water comes out and splashes all over the Knolls. What do you do?
I proceed to okay.
Shock.
Is it possible for me to just to either shock them, or could I technically electrify the fort under them, getting as many of them as possible? Actually, you know what? If I just shock them, electricity would jump between them because water. So.
I'll say roll hack and slash for this.
All right. Hack
Go
and
2d6
slash.
plus strength.
11.
11.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Well, I was gonna hold on to that. No, I know what I'm gonna do. Roll your damage.
roll my damage.
Yeah, damage die, which I think is a D10.
A D10. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him get a 1.
10!
Holy shit.
Oh my.
Wow. So the mixed success from a second ago is not all the gnolls got wet, but you hit a bunch of them and you watch a bunch of dog people die. It smells like a weird mixture of burnt and wet dog.
Hot dog.
Smells like hot dog.
Smells like those wolves that we ate.
But there's still about I'd say there's still about 8 of them standing. Some of them did not get wet, and the green cloaked person, sword in hand, begins to approach them to attack, as well as the other. Roman, you've just been bamboozled, shanghaied, shit on. What do you do?
Well, I got my shield back, one way or another. I'm out of options here. He's right next to me, ain't he?
Please.
He's like kind of behind you now, where Crow
fucking,
was, but he's between you and Crow now.
he fucking got behind me. Was like, nothing personal, kid. And now he's gonna kick my ass.
Try again, kid.
Alright, that's it. I'm gonna use the hand. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna stab him because I also have piercing, I think.
Ooh, hack and slash.
Yep, I got
have piercing too. I forgot.
Ah! I dropped a die. Oh shit, where'd it go?
Uh-oh.
No. Alright, I'll just roll this one twice. I got a fucking 1
Oh boy.
and a 5, so that's
Oh.
6, and I've got +1. Okay, I got 7.
This is on hack and slash. Okay, so roll your damage.
Yeah. Oh, so I got a 2 with 1 piercing.
Hang on. Yeah, you definitely land. What you did not expect was his instant reaction, which is you went to stab him with your hand and he spun around in that moment, jabbed your hand into his on your right, which would be his left pec, as he sees you do this and he mimics the same motion and jabs you with his hand.
Oh my god.
6 damage, 3 piercing.
Dude, don't make me heal you.
Dude, I can heal myself, luckily.
Don't make me.
Wait. What's his, how? Bro,
I'm at
what
4
is that
health.
health number right now? You're at 4 health?
I'm at
Hold
4,
up, can
dude.
I get up and defend him before he takes that damage?
Sure. Yeah, since you are being creative with the moves, I will say there's an opportunity to reverse this and see maybe we can prevent the damage. So 2d6 plus con.
Oh my gosh.
2d6 plus con, alright. That's a 5.
Bro, I don't want to Hail Mary this early.
What a miss.
I will say
Not a 5.
You rolled a 5?
I will give you this much. You did fail, so you don't get anything out of the move, but I will give you 2 options. Either you take the damage or Roman does, and you didn't make it in time.
I can heal myself, but I'll be a 4.
I have the health to take the damage. Never mind. I was gonna say, can I have Mushi help soften the blow, but that would be kind of cruel.
Okay, so are you taking it, or what's the plan?
I'm taking it.
You gonna take it? Roman, is this,
Yeah, how
is
much
this cool
is
with
it?
you?
Sure.
Alright, it is 6 damage, 3 piercing. So it just goes straight through
Alright.
any armor, basically. It is pretty hardcore. Yeah. You do get a clutch moment where you just kind of dive in front of him and take the hit, but you're like essentially pushed into Roman, and you guys are both kind of knocked backwards. You're kind of like a skeleton and dirt sandwich, Roman. That's what you are right now. Umbra, you just opened the world's Mon's first hot dog stand, and there's 8 Knolls and 2 friends helping you. What are you gonna do? Umbra, I'm talking to you. Oh, okay, you were thinking. Just making sure.
Let me think. I jump in and I start slamming them on my knee.
Just going in for it. All right, hack and slash.
Just smacking them around.
Just throwing them around, one-arming them, crap like that. All right, so what do I roll for that again? Just 2d6?
2d6 plus your strength modifier. I'll say for flavor as you're rolling this, the green cloaked figure with the sword is just kind of like he cuts through 1 or 2 of them, and then the blue cloaked figure with the weird rod thing, he taps the rod again, and he reaches out and points at one of them, and that one that he points at goes flying backwards. Looks like he got sword slashed, but he gets flying backwards as he does it.
Interesting. I rolled 9.
A 9. Roll your damage.
Damage die. Let's go 5.
Hang on. Sorry. That'll work. You rolled a 5, you said?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm having burps. Yeah, so you cut through this one. Just before you do, he does 6 damage. There's no piercing or anything, just 6 damage. So subtract your armor. But he does hit you as you take him down.
Okay, he hits me for what with the armor?
6 damage, just flat 6. So whatever your armor is, subtract from that, and then that's the damage you take.
Okay, well I took like 4 damage.
Okay. Yeah, there's a few more of them dealt with. Okay. Roman. Feeling a bit hurt and on your ass with a skeleton man on top of you. What are you doing?
I'm going to...
I get off him first so we can move. Hold on.
Yeah, that definitely happens. You guys kind of get back up onto your feet.
I'm gonna thank heal real quick.
Okay, so roll that damage die for the healing.
Oh fuck, 8.
Oh shit, nice. Crow, what are you gonna do while he's taking a second to heal himself?
How close are we to this freaking thing?
It's not too far. It is within a couple steps and a punch range.
Oh.
For
Wow.
I say this isn't D&D, so there's no particular like economy of things. It's just simply like, do you want to back up? Do you want to go forward? Do you want to go lateral movement? Do you want to shoot him?
You know what? Where are its barbs? Or actually, better yet, you know what? I go and try and I pull out my hatchet and I try and cut off this thing's tail.
Oh, going for
That
a hack
thing's
and slash.
annoying. I want it gone.
All right, so Roman, you notice as you're healing yourself, Crow bolts with an alarming speed, because typically he stood still and fired his bow, but he bolts off with an alarming speed for him thus far, and gets around behind the barbed devil. Hack and slash, 2d6 plus strength. And also, don't forget, if you do a hack and slash, if you get a 10 plus, you can add a d6, but it would be the equivalent of a 7 to 9. So you can get more damage out of a 10 plus, but you will also take damage from whatever you're hitting.
You said 2d6s plus strength?
Yeah, 2d6 plus strength.
I got a 9.
Oh, you got a 9. Okay, so
I was so close.
mixed success. Roll your damage.
Okay. It's a D8, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's a 3.
This isn't gonna feel very good.
I can imagine. I'm next to his tail, and I barely did anything to him.
You rolled a what?
A 3.
Ooh. Do you have any piercing on that weapon? I don't think you do.
I don't think so.
Ooh. You take 9 damage with 3 piercing. He rolled max.
Oh.
9 damage.
Yes, he rolled max.
How much health do you have?
He rolled maximum.
I have 2 health.
Don't make me heal you. Don't make me. Wait, could I even heal him with?
That's a good question.
Hold on.
All right. So this is going a little bit rough. You hit him. You hit his tail with your hatchet, and it feels a little more dense than you were expecting. Doable, but you need to hit him a lot harder. Umbra, what are you doing? And take out a few more.
Can the two of you handle the rest of these buffoons?
Ah, we got these jokers. This is the guy in the green cloak. As he
Thank
jams
you.
his sword through the chest of one of them and is like, go help your friends. We're fine.
All right then. Until next time we meet. And I ran to assist with the creature. And from behind, Could I climb onto it since it's not looking in my direction? Can I climb on it from behind?
I'd say he's not paying attention to you, so I'd say, yeah, you can bolt over and jump up on his leg. Let's do Defy Danger Dexterity. However, this is a big distance that you have to cover, so we'll call this your move for this kind of round of people doing stuff.
All right.
Because it's a pretty big gap you've got to cover.
Plus dexterity?
Yeah, plus dexterity.
I roll an 8.
Okay. It's a little wonky. You like stick yourself on a couple of barbs, and you don't quite climb up him, but you're up on his leg at this moment. At this particular moment. Roman, feeling slightly reinvigorated. What would you like to do?
I'm going to sit my healing potion next to Crow. And I'll be like, rub this on you like a lotion or something. And then I'm gonna fucking charge at the Barb Devil and take another stab at him.
All right, going for the old stab hand again. I can slash. Crow, add a healing potion to your thing. So you can drink it if you want.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing that I was knocked quite a ways away by his tail. So
I wouldn't say away, but maybe back a little bit, maybe a few feet.
Wait, how did he drink the
Okay.
His tail isn't necessarily where his power is.
That's why I said rub it on him like a lotion.
Have the slime drink it and it carries over.
Okay, I rolled a 8.
An 8. Okay, roll your damage.
Come on, be high. I can heal high.
What is this consistency?
I rolled a 7. 1 piercing.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right.
You take 6 with the 3 piercing. Yeah, I just keep rolling a 3 every time he hits you.
Ow.
And you said 7 with 1 piercing?
Yes.
Okay. So this is some math. So ooh. Well, this is a good hit. You get in. You go for that left peck again, and this time realizing what both you and Crow did on that last round of trying to stab through it, you now know the force that you need to apply in order to get through, and you do. And he does not look good. He kind of makes like a as it like goes down on one knee. Crow, what would you like to do?
I am going to use this potion thing. I don't know how to use it, but I'm
10
gonna use
HP.
it because I'm about to die if I don't.
Yeah, you use it, mark it off. It is 10 healing.
Okay. Did you say something else before that? I thought I heard you say something.
No, I just said what would you like to do?
Okay. That's a good question. Let me think. Hey, I have an interesting idea.
What do you got?
These barbs.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one nearby, like that broke off of him or something that I can grab?
I'd say yeah, probably from hitting you. A couple probably
Okay,
fell
then
off.
I take that and jab it into his freaking leg.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The one where the same leg that Umbra is holding onto? Or the other?
Probably the other one.
Okay.
Because if that other leg gives way while he's on it, that might not be.
Let's call this a
great.
hack and slash, 2d6 plus strength.
What the hell is this? That's a. Hold on. That's a 5.
Oof, mark XP. Yeah, you go to
There's a lot of 5s going around.
jam it into his leg, and it just, you must have grabbed one that was extra flimsy because it just kind of breaks off and sends your hand off to the side. Oh my god. 8 damage.
8 damage?
Yeah, not quite maximum, but I rolled a 5.
Not quite
My
maximum.
God.
You telling me he has 3 piercing and then like +1 and then like he rolls.
Oh, he's got
rolls-
+3.
Yeah, +3.
Yeah, +3. I'll just tell you this right now. I toned his stats down.
Oh, so he's a.
Health is one of them that I toned down,
Oh.
as well as damage. His damage die is less. Because these things are scary.
Because these things.
Well, I'm gonna go on with I'm knocked down on the floor again. I got some. My skull is chipped up and I got 4 HP.
Alright,
I don't
Umbra.
want to fight Daddy Devil.
He's not looking very good. Roman's got his hand in his chest. Crow is
I
just
don't think
taking
that's
hit
gonna
after
work on
hit.
me.
What do you want to
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna work on me.
Okay. Okay. What is the creature currently doing?
do? Crying out in pain currently from having a hand shoved into his chest.
Okay, he's not paying attention. So, in
That's
an
an
attempt
ultimate
to save, to distract it from Crow, I hold on, actually. Give me a second, I'm typing a bit slow right now.
Wait. I have a bad feeling about this.
He has no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, so that's a hack and slash. So roll your 2d6 plus strength.
Here we go.
So what you guys see is Umbra goes crawling up the side of this thing.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, roll your damage.
Don't we just love 8s?
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Those barbs are pretty thick. Yeah, it just kind of as you go for the neck, just doesn't seem to have any purchase, and it just glances off, and you're able to like, as you send yourself across and try and give it your all into this hit, you're able to grab the other side and keep yourself on, but it just doesn't do it. But you do take 4 damage with 3 piercing, So goes right through that armor.
Oh god.
Yeah, 4 damage flat. Okay, Roman. Hand inside chest. What do you want to do?
Let's see how much further I can use my.
I was gonna say, fill around in there to try to get his heart.
How deep can I make this tattoo? I got a 5.
Alright then.
That is the magic
Let's
number
go.
today. Mark XP.
We're the no luck crew today.
Dude, I could level up. I'm fucking. Dude, I suck so much right now. I can level up.
I will say,
I
considering
should've been
your
marking XP. I got a 5 and I got a 1 and I just
the mixed success here isn't that he does damage to you. He actually just pulls your arm out and throws you backwards and kind of like stumbles away from you guys holding his chest, trying to take a moment. Crow, what would you like to do?
I get up.
Get him.
I make space between me and him so I don't get smacked again because I'm about to die. And then, if I can still do something, I just
because
no.
get rations. You could technically.
Anyway, I just shoot at it. No, I don't
Alright.
have a specific target. I just
Just volley? Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna punch it.
Roll that volley. 2d6 plus dex.
That's 7.
Okay, pick your condition from the list.
Look real quick. Where is volley? I have to take several shots, reducing ammo.
Okay, yeah. So mark off 1 ammo and roll your damage. Everybody cross your fingers that this is enough to get through his armor. I'll tell you right now, he does not have very much health at all. So as long as you get
It's a
past
4.
armor, you will kill him. How much did you roll?
4.
Crow, how do you kill the barbed devil?
Let's fucking go!
Mamma mia!
Yay.
Cause
The suspense is killing me, but you're killing him. Hurry. Let us hear your victory.
What does it look like as you end the barbed devil?
he just snipes him with a bow like it's Skyrim.
This man just
crouching in the
takes an
corner.
arrow to the side of the head. No, hold on. The barbed devil just takes an arrow to the side of the head. You just see him reel backwards from it. It's unclear whether it's because the force of the arrow was strong or simply because the pain was so unbearable. But then his weakened knee then gives way, and then he falls down, and then you just see the light in his eyes fade as he falls forward onto his face.
Dude, you should have just said that he died from the wound to the knee, because then we could have made a Skyrim reference.
Well, he didn't, and now he's dead. Because of an arrow to the brain.
Took an arrow
Alright.
in the brain.
It was so simple all along.
Everybody, take an XP, 1 XP from that. Good job, good work.
Nice.
What would you like to do now?
Heal.
I'd say you
Fall
probably
over
had
and
enough time
die.
between since the last one, so yeah, you'd roll that up again.
I got a 5. That's
All
fucking
right.
hell, I'm good. I just glow green for a second. I'm like, ugh.
Would anyone else like to do anything?
Yes, I would like to fall over and die.
I'm just gonna start grabbing quills off of them and be like, we gotta prove that we beat this thing. I'm start like picking them off.
Hey, can
just
I
like,
use the? Can I shoot these barbs with my bow?
I was just gonna say that.
You might be able to if you with some adding of fletching.
Okay, so
break
with
up
that
the
in
fun.
mind, I use those. I take a couple barbs, and then I make another bundle of arrows. If I
All right,
can.
so add
I
3
s-
ammo for its own bundle.
Can
How
I
many-
search
how many-
his body for loot?
I'll say the loot will not come from the Barb Devil because he does not carry anything. It would come from the dead Knolls, the hot dogs over by the river.
Okay, that's search them. Skyrim looting, let's go.
All right, so
How many quills do I get?
quills, you get, let's say you manage to pull off like 10 of them that will come loose really easily, really quickly.
Nice.
Noise.
I have a lot of spikes now.
You can make some abstract art with us.
I could.
Call
As
it a
you
trophy.
wander back over to the Knolls, you see the green cloaked figure kind of just with his sword walking around and just stabbing each one to make sure it's dead. And the blue cloaked figure kind of just what appears to be watching disapprovingly. And to your all surprise, the first thing you notice about this figure, whomever is looking, is the white fur on the bottom and the red fur on the top of their snout of their black nose. You can't really see their face, but there are partial features that show that are not very easily hidden by a hood.
Well, that's interesting.
The next thing you noticed is canine-esque legs with also red fur.
No.
I will also say, Crow.
Wait, why are we noticing these things?
They're strange and rare features that you don't see often. There are a lot of things in Arcanesia, but not this is a bit uncommon. This
Wait
is
a
fur
minute.
here. Crow, the next thing that is noticed is this is only you seeing the green cloaked figure. That looks like a lot very similar to one of those figures in that dream you had.
Huh.
Okay, this is getting complicated.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a hunch of who that,
I
or
don't-
not who, but what that blue cape person is.
I don't know how to act upon that thought.
Let's say I have no idea what Crow will do, but would anyone like to do anything?
I want to roll the spout lore if I see if I know for sure exactly what who the like the red legs and shit, if I know what that is.
I know
2d6 plus intelligence.
I got. So that's 0.
I will say, those of you that think you know, I'll tell you right now, you don't know.
Okay.
I got a 3.
3? No idea. Some kind of dog person,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Roman does not.
I'll say
know
they stand at
the
about like 5'3", 5'4". They're not very tall.
I think I know, but Roman does not have any clue. He's like, huh.
So I walk up to him and kindly ask who and what he is. Also while looting the corpses.
He,
what are you?
kind of does the crow and kind of tips his hood a bit, and he says, my name is Baron. That's all that's important. Who are you?
Call me Umbra.
What are you mercenaries? What are you?
To be completely fair,
You know what? That's actually
I'm
a good
pretty much
question.
just here.
I am
Someone else to be.
I'm a mercenary and a glyph mage, I guess that's the term for it.
I am an adventurer, and I've always considered myself that. And to be honest, I'm mostly just here because someone asked.
This is a hobby.
I
Yeah,
see.
we got tasked to do this.
Well, for those of you who probably don't know who I am, my name is Baron von Iskov. I am not important anymore. This is this here close friend of mine. His name is Laszlo, and he's a piece of shit. As he like looks up and goes, and you fucking dick, as he goes back to like poking the Knolls.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, say again? Come again?
Call him Laszlo.
Ask him a
I
question.
still don't know what to do about it.
And that is where we will end this very long session.
I was gonna say, ask him if he knows anything. A specific person with a specific name.
I was gonna be like, Crow, do you know that guy?
I'll let one last thing slide. What is it? Make it quick.
This is real. Oh, never mind. No, it isn't.
I immediately turn to Laszlo and say, Do you know a guy named Christoph?
And he looks at you and he goes, Christoph, yeah, he died ages ago. That guy died back in that village fire that killed my brother. Killed our captain. That's when I bolted. I got the fuck out of there. That shit got too serious, so yeah, no, I abandoned the Ranging Corps after that. How do you know Christoph?
I'm not sure. I've kind of lost my memory, and yeah.
What's your name?
Well, I've just been going by Crow since I can't even remember my own name.
His eyes go as wide as they can. And he goes, what's your name?
Crow.
You're certain. And you don't have any memory of anything.
Well, I don't think so.
Show me your face.
I've been having a strange dream, but
Oh boy, we about to get in it.
I take down the hood.
His eyes go even wider, even though you thought they couldn't, and he takes a step back and he goes, how? We called him Crow because on his armor, they etched in his name so that he can keep track of it, as they do with all the Rangers in the Corps. They put the first letter, your first name, and then your last name. Yours is C for Christoph, Rowe. Everybody thought it was funny, so we called you Crow. And it stuck. Does this sound familiar at all?
A little. Just a little.
And that is where we will end for tonight.
Bro.
Bro. Oi, bro.
I got questions. Oi.
Oi, mate.
Write them down.
It's a bit sad, isn't it?
Write them down, because we've been going for 3 hours and 22 minutes. That is officially the longest session we have ever had.
Holy crap.
We got some fucking lore bombs this episode.
Yeah, and they weren't about me.